Yeah, that's the point, Simone Biles. You're representing your nation, you're selfish sociopath. You kidding me? Today it's like, you know what? I'm not going to do something stupid and get hurt. It's just not worth it. So
Hello, good afternoon, everybody. Good afternoon, and welcome to another exciting show. Um, as you see from the clip that I showed earlier, Mr. Charlie Kirk had some very interesting words to say about Miss Simone Biles. Let me go ahead and pull up this clip real quick, and we're gonna see it in its entirety, and I will give my perspective about it. All right, you're up, Mr. Charlie Kirk.
so Simone Biles, I don't know her politics. I don't. I just know that she's, shown on television a lot. I don't know if she was ever sexually assaulted or abused. So I don't know what she's been through. I seriously, I mean that sincerely. However, I'm going to say this: don't show up to the Olympics and compete if you're not ready for the big moments. This is not high school. This is not college. This is the Olympics. It's bigger than yourself, Simone. So Simone Biles, who's obviously a very talented gymnast, decided not to compete in the gold medal competition. Now, she probably could have just competed and just kind of checked the boxes and they would have got a gold medal. Simone Biles says, "This Olympic Games, I wanted to be for myself when I came in, and I felt like I was still doing it for other people," as she cried after the team event on Tuesday. So it like hurts my heart because doing what I love has been kind of taken away from me to please other people. Yeah, that's the point, Simone Biles. You're representing your nation, you're selfish sociopath. You kidding me? Today it's like, you know what? I'm not going to do something stupid and get hurt. It's just not worth it. Especially when you have like three amazing athletes that can step up to the plate and do it. So you know who has the gold medal? Russia. Russia. I have to go look at these 4'11" Russian Olympians chewing on their gold medals, smirking at the Americans. I'm not okay with that. But honestly, that's where we're headed. We are raising a generation of weak people like Simone Biles. Again, if you want to be, if she got all these mental health problems, don't show up. She's an incredible athlete. Of course, she's an incredible athlete. I'm not saying, I just said she's probably the greatest gymnast of all time. She's also very selfish, she's immature, and she is a shame to the country. She's totally a sociopath. Of course, she's a sociopath. Andrew said she's not a sociopath. What kind of person skips the gold medal match? Who does that? It's a shame to the nation. You just gave a gift to the Russians. Don't show up. If you're not ready for the big time, we got thousands of young female gymnasts that would love to take the place. Thousands. Simone Biles just showed the rest of the nation that when things get tough, you shatter into a million pieces. You know what? There's a lot of times that you step up to the plate, even though you don't want to do it, even though that it's against everything in your body. But instead, Simone Biles just broke one of the great American values and virtues, courage and bravery. It was all about herself, and she's a disgrace.
If looks can kill, if looks can kill. So here's my perspective about it. First of all, I get it. I I understand 100% that Simone Biles, she she had made a commitment to be part of the Olympic team in the US. She made that type of commitment. She did it. She made that type of commitment. I get that. and for her to back out the commitment as well. I get that part too. I totally understand that. I get that. When you do something like that, then yeah, I can understand. How the way a person would feel. That's no different from a athlete who's playing either football or basketball, anything like that. They said that they're gonna show up to either the finals or the Super Bowl. Then when you get to the finals of the Super Bowl, they'll say, "Oh man," they the star player, and they say, "Oh man, no, I can't perform because of XYZ reasons." Why you there? I get that part. I understand that. Very valid. But however, for Charlie Kirk to sit up here and allegedly call this woman a sociopath for not participating in the Olympics, that's way beyond the reach to me. That's way beyond the reach to me. First of all, he ended up misrepresented the one word sociopath. That woman have not caused any harm to anyone by not participating in the Olympics. She didn't cause no harm to me. She didn't cause no harm to you. She didn't cause no harm to anyone in America by one bagging out of the Olympics. None whatsoever. So the whole notion about the sociopath, yeah, you're reaching on that one. I guess he was trying to find the worst case scenario word to use, and he just came up with sociopath. Sociopath is not a great word to use in this situation. Now, if she would have if he would have said something like she's a quitter or anything like that, then yeah, that go more towards the narrative. That go more towards the narrative. If he would just simply say, "Hey, Simone Biles, you disappointed us in America because you quit it on us. You signed up for this. You said you was gonna be committed to it, and all of a sudden you quit it. You had quit for whatever reason." That would be more valid versus calling the girl a sociopath, which that's not valid at all. The whole definition of the sociopath is not what Charlie Kirk is defining right now. It isn't. I'm sorry. It just not. Another thing with this situation too is that I don't know why people, especially in America, when they deal with any type of sporting event, I don't know why many people got it in their head that they just own these athletes. They got in their head like they just own these athletes. Like, in other words, like they control the actions of the athletes. You're not the owner of the team. You're not paying that certain athlete salary. The closest possible monetary thing that you may be possibly doing is probably betting on the event, and that's it. That's it. But but for us, everything else, acting like you got ownership over them and having all this weird patriotic jargon as though you controlling them. Come on, just sit down. Just sit down. Because at the end of the day, she made her decision. She made her decision, and that's it. Ain't nothing you can do about it. You can't go and pull up at her house and pull her by the hair and make her go back to Tokyo and compete in the Olympics. You can't do that. You can't do it. Regardless of the fact that these athletes choose to be a part of this and they sign a contract, regardless of the fact, well, however way they end up voiding their contract, it ain't nothing you can do about that. As a United States citizen, there ain't nothing you can do about that. Nothing. It's between the athlete, it's between the owner of whatever one team or whatever they got going on. It's between them, and it's between the coach and the team. That's it. That's it. Yeah, which I agree. You could, that's like I say, you could criticize all day long. You could criticize until your face turned blue. But at the end of the day, you cannot control none of these athletes' action, especially Simone Biles. You can't control it. You can't control it at all. And yeah, that's true. And that's another thing too. You know what, Bruce? I'm glad that you brought that up too. I'm glad that you brought that up. I'm glad that you brought that up. This is the first time that's that Simone Biles actually backed away from the Olympics. This is her first time. All the other times she'd have brought home so many medals, so many gold medals and everything. And you want to know what Simone Biles got in return, even for that? It's even more criticism. Oh, Simone Biles thinks she the go, but she really ain't. Oh, she thinks she all that. Oh, she thinks she this. Oh, she thinks she that. Getting even more criticism. It's almost like she can't win for losing. It's like no matter what she do, she can't win for losing. It's like she gets shot for being one of the greatest gymnasts in the world, then gets shot for saying, "Hey, I don't feel like putting up with y'all BS with the US, so I'm just gonna chill." And it still don't change the fact that she's one of the greatest gymnasts in the United States, arguably probably one of the greatest gymnasts in the world. But I mean, that's what we do though. We always be trying to criticize these athletes every single time. Also, like take for example LeBron James. LeBron James, he can't even get a break. Here's one of arguably one of the greatest basketball players of all time. But yet it's still every single time this dude get compared to Michael Jordan every single time. This dude do a lot for the community, but people say that's not good enough. He do so much, but it's not good enough. He performed his very best playing basketball, the won countless championships, but missing one finals. Oh man, it's all hell breaks loose. Oh man, he ain't the greatest because he didn't make it to the finals this time. Come on now. Come on now. We gotta be for real about it. We gotta be for real about it. And we just like I say, we be treating like we literally own these athletes, like we could literally pull up at these athletes' house and make them perform the way that we want them to perform, as though they're robots, as though as they don't have feelings, as though as their body don't get weary and get tired, as though as they don't get tired physically and mentally. In other words, shut up and dribble, or in this case, shut up and go flip. Come on now, give her a break. Give Simone Biles a break. Furthermore, I just don't like this whole patriotic part about it, where we try to even co-sign somebody. Oh man, you got to. She's representing the United States. Duh, she know that. When y'all sitting up there criticizing her when she was creating creating these brand new techniques in the country, y'all was criticizing her too. Y'all wasn't saying that. Oh, she's part of the United States. Y'all like no, she does some girl that thinks she better than everyone. Criticize her on that. So that's what I'm saying. It's as though as these athletes do not get a break. I always got to be criticized by people who don't even matter. They don't even matter at all. Like for what? I mean, I just don't get it. I just don't get it. But I'm not gonna criticize her though. I think for whatever reason she got going on that she want to quit, it's valid to me. I don't care. Like who cares? It is not that serious. It is not that serious. Let me go look at some of these comments real quick. I also dropped the link to it. If you want to come on real quick, you go ahead and click the link. But if I don't know you, if I don't know you, then you must cam up. If I don't know you, because I don't want no weird people jumping on here and saying some weird, crazy stuff. But yeah, I just don't get it. I just don't get it. Yeah, Moneyboy says I'm not grateful to have a quitter on my team. First of all, you don't even own the team, bro. You know you don't own that U.S. Olympic team. So how's it your team? You don't even own that team. That team is a part of this country or represent this country, but you don't own it. They'll say she can complete the job. Oh, she can complete the job she signed up for, win, lose, or draw. I mean, yeah, she can. Did none of the other athletes quit? Yeah, that's true because it's their decision. It is their decision. Yeah, and that's what I'm saying, Bruce. She already won countless of medals. So what's wrong? Like, why is this a big deal? Come on in
Unfortunately,
the house, bro. Come on in.
unfortunately, Bruce, like most niggas, don't read. Or if they do read, they don't comprehend what she read. I said I can't deal with the quitter because what she did was quit. I said I can deal with the loser, and that was directly in correlation to what he brought up about LeBron and them. The people weren't mad that he lost. He played and gave his all. They were upset that he left. Just like people are upset this woman went over to the Olympics. She took a spot from somebody else that could have gotten it and quit. There's a whole bunch of countries over there, athletes from a whole bunch of other countries. They all got the pressure and the weight of the world on them. None of them quit, and we're celebrating this woman for quitting.
See, like I say, I could get that. Just like said earlier, I could understand that whole point about her getting over there and quitting. It's game time, and all of a sudden she say, "You know what? I'm not feeling it. I'm just gonna quit." I get that part. I understand that. But
The whole go ahead.
yeah, the part that I don't get is with Charlie's Kirk rebuttal when he was sitting up here saying that just because she's quit, she's considered as a sociopath and all this stuff there, which that is not true at all.
Well, that's his
Granted, she
opinion, and it's
granted
entertainment.
she's a quitter by all means. She is a quitter. She is.
So your beef is with him calling her a sociopath.
Absolutely using that verbatim saying that she's a sociopath, she
Urban,
misrepresenting our country and stuff. She done represented
urban,
our country countless of time, so why she can't get one? Why she can't
urban.
get one?
Why are you using words, urban?
Yeah, what's that thing
You-
at?
why are you using words? So you let sociopaths take everything, like everything else he said was true. Ain't nobody taking away from the fact that she represented the country before. That's why, like, I think in the last conversation with Rush, I was like, I'm not gonna let you call her an okay Olympian. The woman is great. If you stack up her resume, I'm not gonna take her
Mm-hmm.
past accomplishments. But she's the first person to ever do this, so she's going to be judged the harshest from doing this on the Olympic stage.
Mm-hmm. Yep. So
This man
Bruce, you
said
said
she didn't take a spot. Nigga, do you this nigga? They pick people to go before they even go over to Tokyo. They
do
said
do
Simone Biles, you made the team. She said okay. Had she not, they would have picked somebody else, and they still would have had the alternate. You jackass.
don't they actually have a replacement just in case if, like, say for example,
Yes,
she get injured?
yes, they do. But Simone Biles, if she knew the pressure was on her, which she knew before she took her black ass over there, she could have gave somebody else the spot. She didn't even have to travel to Tokyo. So that's what I'm saying. Simone Biles, it could have been Jane Doe in Simone Biles' spot, and they still would have had a replacement too. So the replacement that he's talking about has nothing to do with the roster spot she actually took. Just like
Mm-hmm.
Shakari could have been a replacement as well, but they chose not to pick her as a replacement.
Yep. And that
Niggas,
situation by itself is crazy. I ain't gonna begin on that one, but
how is it crazy?
man, that situation crazy. Do you know some other athletes in other countries that sit up there smoking weed and stuff, and they
Well,
commission that?
well, Urban, if it's not against the anti-doping commission where they work, it's not against the rules.
Yep.
But
So
if it's against the Olympic Committee, if Olympic Committee says anybody competing in the Olympics can't smoke weed, then it's illegal for everybody.
yep,
There's nobody
I give
getting
you that.
away with smoking weed in a different country under the Olympics, maybe under their particular sport that they own governing body got, but under the Olympics, everybody's under the same rules.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I give you that one. I give you that rebuttal. I give you that one.
I just like, dude, I'd say he overstated his case by calling her a sociopath, but everything else he said is spot on. Like her sponsors have come out and had to say we support her. Like y'all actually gave her more money to go over and compete in the Olympics because it was gonna put y'all's brand on the international stage. She pretty much reneged on her financial commitment, and now she's getting rewarded for it. Everybody's getting screwed over except for her.
Hey, at the end of the day, that's a great hustle, right? All you have to do is come in, make a
Uh,
celebrity appearance, and go home.
and one before I started owning businesses, I felt that shit. But when you're a business owner, you see shit a different way. Like hell, it's a good hustle, but at the end, you like that's why I don't like hiring niggas.
But yeah, I mean, she did what she did. But once again, like the overall quitting part, yeah, I get that part. I agree with that because when you look at it from that perspective, then yeah, it's as though as she went on there and she's labeled as a quitter. So that
Lem-
doesn't look good not only on her part, but also she's considered as a mentor towards other people as well. Then they looking at it and say like, well, if Simone Biles could quit
Yep.
because she having whatever issue it is, that I could do it too.
Let me ask you a question, Urban Therapist. When the Milwaukee Bucks were down 0 games to 2 to the Phoenix Suns, what would the world have said if Antetokounmpo said, "I'm withdrawing from the NBA Finals because of mental health reasons. It's too much pressure on me down 0-2."
So that they'll call him a quitter,
Thank
especially
you.
especially in the big game. Yeah, sure would.
And they came back and won 4 straight games in a row, and he became a champion.
Hmm. They're like say, bear in mind there been plenty of athletes where they competed even when they didn't feel like it and still won. I mean, the one of the greatest victories that happened in NBA history was with Michael Jordan when he was playing when he had the flu.
Flu game. It's been other cats that played when they dads died, moms died, siblings
Hmm.
died, and cut the fuck up with all the pressure in the world on them.
Hmm.
Yep.
What up, Rush?
Salute, Mr. Urban Therapist. Salute to you, Money Boy Trey. You're
What's going on, Rush?
chilling, man. Definitely feeling this subject matter needs to be discussed. You know
Yes,
what I
sir.
mean?
Yeah, what's your take on it? You know what I mean?
My take on this was Shorty just quitting. You know what I mean? She a fucking loser. You know what I mean?
Now
She's
she ain't
born to
loser
lose.
because she didn't lose. She quit. I can accept a loser. I can't accept a quitter. At least if you lost, you tried. You played the game.
But
For me to be politically correct, yes, she's a quitter. But that's equivalent of being a loser. You know what I mean? So, by her not following through with the Olympics joint, right? And her taking a back seat and quitting like that when there's a whole team relying on you, that shows that you're a very self-centered individual and you don't give a fuck about nobody else but yourself. Yeah.
And that's where the sociopath label comes in at. Like, agree with them or not, that's where it comes in at. You
I mean,
think
I wouldn't
you
say
that much better
sociopath.
than everybody.
I,
But I'm
I mean, I
saying
wouldn't go
though,
to that. I
but
wouldn't go
that's
to that.
still not the clear definition of a sociopath,
that's
though.
where that guy when he went to that extreme, but her saying, I done been through all this practice with y'all. We all got the same weight on our shoulders, but I feel like my weight is bigger than y'all, so I'm just gonna quit. That is a sense of self entitlement, and I'm bigger than all of this shit. Fuck y'all.
But that's not the definition of a sociopath, though.
It's
Yeah,
a
that's not the definition
characteristic,
of sociopath.
but
No,
it's
it's not. That is not a character.
it,
That is not the character of a sociopath,
so
bro.
there so sociopath has no characteristics of being self centered.
No, it
All
don't.
right,
No, it don't.
you
Now,
got me
now if he
there.
now if he had used the term being self-centered or being arrogant or any one of them other type of terms, then yeah, he'll be spot on with that. But a sociopath behavior, what he's talking about, that she's not no sociopath. Yeah, she's not a sociopath at all.
I'm
No.
not finna use words with y'all. She's still a quitter.
Yeah, so we could stick to the quitting part. That's it. We could stick to that. But the other part, sociopath, nope, no sir. Even his well, when you was looking at the podcast, even his partner said, "Bro, she's not no sociopath." He even said it. His partner said
He came to pod, man. He was in the groove at that time.
it.
He like, she finna get this work.
But
that man was so mad
it
that
shows
he called her a sociopath. That's crazy.
what what this broad displayed was, poor character, no sense of integrity, self-centered, and most of all, the most thing that she represents, that she's definitely a piece of shit. You know?
And let me just say, shout out to Suni Lee, the Asian American that took Simone's Biles' place and won the gold medal.
It did
And
that
she
thing. Yeah.
revealed she had added pressure to win the gold after Simone Biles quit. And she still went through with it. She didn't quit and say, oh, well, it's too much pressure on me because she quit. I need to quit too.
Simone Biles, she's the master, and it's like the master saying, "Hey, I'm gonna pull back and I'm gonna let you handle this fight this time."
Yeah, maybe she could
See, my
be,
thing
but
is, man,
but
you getting paid all this money just for you to quit. You know, like you getting all
yeah,
these endorsements, you're meeting all, you're rubbing elbows with people that could make moves for you and cut you fat checks, and you just quit. I mean, yo, like I don't even
and now she
I don't
has
even think
competition.
I don't even think she understands what impact that her bad decision she made has on the look of the black community. You know what I mean?
She
Because
doesn't even real.
this is some shit, yo. This is some shit that every other culture, every other race expects us to do. You know what I mean?
In
I,
the
I
next
mean, the,
3 months, she gonna feel the effects of what it did to her career because she single handedly just put this Suni Lee chick in the spotlight. Because now she's going to be the new America's darling. And when the Olympics run around in 3 years, they're not really going to be talking about Simone Biles. They're going to be talking about Suni Lee. Simone will be the afterthought.
Yeah, the one that stepped up and did her thing.
Suni Lee, we're gonna put some respect on this pretty Asian American woman's name. She fine
I,
too.
I mean,
Hey, your urban therapist, man. I mean, what's your thoughts on her, man? You think she a piece
I'm,
of shit or what?
I'm not gonna put it to the stream of saying that, but I do agree that she is a quitter.
Bruh,
That's undoubtedly that she did quit and she's being labeled as a quitter. Now the other company that you was talking about, like for us affecting the African American community and all stuff there, man, bro,
Oh,
hey, look, personally, bro, she ain't affected me. Bro, if she quit,
Bruce,
nah, I'm still gonna be
Bruce,
doing me.
Bruce, stop
Bruce,
simping, man.
yeah,
You a simp,
everybody in a
man. Fuck out of here with
Bruce,
that. Boo
Bruce,
hoo hoo hoo. She's been sexually assaulted. Who gives a fuck?
Bruce,
Fuck out
all
of
those
here.
without being is rude as Russ. All the Olympians that are up there, they've all been through something. So unless you're going to give all those athletes that are still competing that same excuse, why are you bringing it up? Because even at the end of the day, they may have been sexually assaulted and they're still competing. This lady had, like, nigga, she was sexually assaulted 4 years ago when she set the record for gold medals in her event. So what are you talking about? You're just making excuses for her.
Man, don't even acknowledge simps like that, man. This guy's a simp.
You have to. It makes for great content.
Oh, okay,
But
I
I
see.
mean, but Bruce got some interesting points though. He got
They're
some
asinine.
interesting points.
They're asinine points. They're making excuses for niggas. She was sexually assaulted and she quit in midair. Everybody else went through something.
Yeah.
What up, Matt?
Motherfuckers over there catching
So,
COVID and can't compete and shit. And she quitting.
man,
All that money,
I
all that money
don't
she
even
got,
want to
man.
get
That
started, man. I
man.
don't even want to get
Fuck out of
started.
here with that, man. Fuck out of here, kids.
Man, who's the simp,
Oh,
man? Who's in
You
here
got
simping?
paid. You got paid millions of dollars to perform. Fuck out of here. You want
It ain't
nobody
even
want to hear
that.
your personal
It's the
shit.
disrespect. It's the district. It's just a straight up disrespect to anybody who came before her who went through a rougher time. So she mean to tell me that she's under a tighter time that Jesse Owens went through running in front of Hitler?
she ain't running.
I
She's
mean,
slipping.
this is some bullcrap. She used that for an excuse.
Pretty much her situation is greater than anybody else's that came before her because she's the only person that's ever been sexually assaulted. And but again, this is what I typed in the chat room earlier. Athletes choose their jobs. Simone Biles chose to be an Olympic athlete and be put in the spotlight. She could have not done this shit
So,
and just did whatever she was doing in life,
so
and she wouldn't have to worry about any pressure being on her.
I want to know, how did it just kick in all of a sudden after all these other Olympics?
It didn't. Niggas is just making excuses for her.
I know exactly what the excuse is. I mean, is by any chance is she sponsored by Nike?
No, she is not. She left Nike a year ago. Her
So,
her
so,
sponsorship was with Athleta, which is a subsidiary of Gap.
sir, Matt Middleton, we're not going to use that Nike reach to try to correlate it with China.
No, she's not a
In this
Oh,
Nike
situation.
athlete though.
okay. I got a couple of other areas I could
She
reach for
she
though.
she she actually left Nike because she said Nike didn't do enough to cater to women.
Wow, they don't deserve to do nothing the way from what we're seeing.
Dumbass.
I mean, come on.
Shout out to Nike.
The
Nike
look,
doesn't do enough for women. Are
look,
you
Hold
are
on.
you
I'll,
fucking kidding me?
I'll be right back.
That
This
that
bitch is
that was her
crazy.
that was her reason for not re-upping her endorsement deal with them. She
She's
said they don't
fucking
do enough for
stupid.
women.
Yo, who the fuck? Yo, who's the fuck is the advisor? The advisor need to get slapped too, man.
Probably that light-skinned boyfriend she got.
look. Y'all are missing the whole point.
No, we're
Y'all
not. She
missing the
quit.
whole point.
She
Yo,
quit.
I'm a
I,
therapist.
The
Your
whole.
mic is kind of low.
Who you talking about me?
he just fucking
Yeah,
with you because you talking that bullshit.
Look, y'all are missing the whole point. She get at least one time to quit. One
No,
time.
she
That's
don't.
it. She gets one. Why
No,
she can't get one? That's
because
one.
we don't. When do we uplift quitters?
Whenever they going through mental illness, Trey.
Oh God! See that is that. See,
Uh,
you have been
but
infiltrated
see,
by the
Urban.
modern white.
well, hold on. See, that
Yeah.
proves my thoughts. So women can never leave just because of that right there.
Are we
Oh
gonna allow
man.
these
Women
women to take
cannot
our
leave.
culture down?
You can't hear the
I
little
mean,
pressure. What you do? You quit. Men don't have to. Men don't have time to be quitting like that, man. You crazy?
I think
We'll be
urban
we'll be
therapists and
we'll,
Bruce
we'll
are
be
one and the
crucified
same.
for that.
Bruce, hit the panel if you
wow.
ain't urban therapist.
Uh,
It sure
who's
ain't
this
me.
dude?
I can't get around that.
Y'all should have warned him about me.
Bruce Hawkins,
Who's this dude?
Mr. Bruce Hawkins. You know you're a simp, right? You one of those Captain Sabian hoes. I bet you your wife
That
or
is
girlfriend cheating
that
on
is
you right now with a
urban
nigga like
therapist,
me.
Russ. Russ, that is
That
Flowing,
sound
urban
like
therapist
but
alter ego.
but but but
Bruce.
but
Somebody
but
flowing a nigga
alter
like
egos
me.
Bruce, huh?
Swallowing semen, the relics of semen from his
I mean
penis. And she
I
comes back
mean
home and kiss you dead in the lips.
I
That's
mean
because you're
but
a fucking simp.
how we not seeing this as disrespectful to our country? Better yet, our
Cause
culture.
it's not.
Better yet, to our women. These women
Cause
ran
it's
around
not.
slamming this stuff in our face for decades about black girl magic. This is a black girl tragedy. This is what this is. I mean, these women are falling right and left and they're taking our culture down. You got them protesting on a national stage on something
Preach.
that should be home kept. This is something that should be held
Preach.
in our house. You know what I'm saying? You don't get on the world stage and embarrass us like that. You know what I'm saying? And this coming from somebody who used to be full blast pro-black. I wouldn't have never got up there and did no shit like that. You know what I'm saying?
Listen,
That's
man,
totally
we all
disrespectful.
know she's a piece of shit. You know? She's a
All of them
piece of
that's
shit.
protesting,
And she does not deserve to come into the Olympics next year.
which
Hell
all of
no.
them should be,
Let
all of
your
them
ass
that
home,
protest,
fucking
all of
quitter.
them that protest need to be exiled for the next 4 years. We are not giving everything to these communists that's coming up into this country, and you gonna sit here and help them? Hell no. You
You
trying
get
to
paid
weaken our
millions of
spirit?
dollars to
That's
quit?
exactly what she's trying to do.
You fucking
The
kidding
Olympics is
me?
supposed to weaken our spirit.
You get paid millions of dollars just to quit. You're a
Every four
fucking loser.
years. She
You're a
has to
fucking loser.
perform, bruh. She has to perform once every 4 years. And she
And
had
with it,
too much motherfucking pressure to perform once every 4 years.
bro.
Oh my
First of
goodness.
first of first of all, we are dealing with this COVID thing. And second of all, she get one pass. What point
No,
are y'all don't understand?
Nah,
What?
That is
not
the
with
No,
me,
one.
brother.
she don't get no pass whatsoever.
She the
Not
one
with
the
me,
United
brother.
States
She's a
countless
piece
of
of
medals.
shit.
Why she just can't get one?
The only way she would have
because
got a
Jordan
pass if
didn't
she
quit
landed
during the
and broke
flu
her
game.
ankle.
Jordan didn't quit during the flu game. And Mad is right. Had she had hurt herself in the middle of that shit, she would have got a pass.
No,
There's no excuse for that, and we can't keep making excuses for these women who want so much fucking power and steady downgrading us. I will never give
Well,
them no power after this.
If she
well,
would
to
have
all
We're
the
gonna put some
lost,
hair
females
on
out
your chest
there,
today, Urban.
welcome
Yes,
to
if
sir.
equality, bitches.
if she would have
Welcome to
lost, she would have
equality.
got. Yeah, but if she had a
Fuck
loss,
out of
she would
here.
have gotten a pass. We'd be like, okay, you tried your best, you didn't win. We could accept it that. But for you to finish, fake like you got an injury, and then say, you know what, I just ain't doing shit no more because of mental health. We gotta criticize you. You went over there to quit.
What you call it?
You
So
knew
we
what you signed up for.
what you call it? But I'm gonna backtrack a little bit. I'm gonna give you a different scenario here. What if the politics are in this much of the games where a lot of these athletes are being threatened on the back end that we don't know about. Because this looks, I mean, within 50 years, we have never seen us perform like this in the Olympics. We don't even want to watch it. It's so bad.
Black women that had the stage like they have now too.
Somebody is killing our spirit over there in in China or wherever this
Yes.
thing at, Japan.
Or they may be already sold out.
I spoke on Suni Louis,
That's what
pardon
I'm
my
talking about.
presence.
That's what the
Yeah, I
fuck
spoke
is,
on that.
fucking loser.
Suni Lee said she had added pressure on her because Simone Biles quit, and she won the fucking gold.
Wow, bang bang. You expect us to take it soft on this chick?
Hey,
No,
yo, PLP, I don't know what they said. What they said.
I just said it. She the Asian American chick that took her spot, Simone Biles' spot, said she had added pressure on her to win the gold because she replaced Simone Biles.
Was this a black chick that won it?
No, she's Asian
No,
American.
Asian
She's
chick.
a light skin. She fine, bro. Leave her alone.
I
She's
know. I
a
ain't
new
saying nothing
American's
about.
darling.
I ain't saying nothing about her. It's just this little black girl here, man. Because it's like we took so much for decades.
You piece
Bro,
of
she's
shit.
fine. Bro, she's not Asian. She's an American motherfucker. She won the gold for us.
As far as we know, she's compromised and she could be a traitor. I mean, we got to start calling it out like that. You act like we're not getting invaded by these Chinese motherfuckers. If she's Asian and a black girl step down for that, that shit could look paid off. Look at how this country is moving.
Campaign, man. Fuck Simone. She's a fucking.
But it still would be an American though, man. She won the gold for America.
Look how many Americans right now that we talk to daily that's anti-American. We got black chicks to get on our panel every day who's anti-American. And they look just like us.
You know what, gentlemen? You know what? Y'all know what?
Yep.
Michael Jordan had quit and decided to play baseball. LeBron James.
Michael Jordan did not quit, sir. He was forced into retirement, sir.
LeBron James had quit the Cleveland Cavaliers.
When? No, he didn't. He played that game.
To the Miami Heat.
Sir, he played that game.
Which go?
Go back to Cleveland. Then quit Cleveland. Decided to go to the Lakers.
Can y'all let me get my black brother? Man, let me get my black brother. First of all, my black brother, you are wrong. I am not gonna let you disparage the great King James like this. King James played his last game in the Cleveland Cavaliers. He didn't go right. They lost. And then it was a contract year. He didn't have a contract with them no more. So he didn't quit. His ties were done. He left. He left that job, went to another one.
After knowing that his mom's been plowed by a teammate and still was able to play. Oh,
and then he went to Miami.
That could cause a mental illness in itself right there.
But back on LeBron, he went to Miami and worked for 4 years. After that employment ended, he left and went back to Cleveland for 4 more years. After that employment ended, he left. He never quit. He just traded jobs.
Yo, man,
those are bad examples. Those are bad examples. I mean, Michael Jordan and LeBron James is nothing compared to what this Olympics is and what she's doing. Like I said, Jesse Owens. We had people like Jackie Robinson, Jim Brown, who faced way more pressure than Michael Jordan, LeBron James, and this little black chick. You know what I'm saying? They had to deal with the real racism. But all of a sudden, it's like we the ones that's oppressed the worst. No, they had to deal with the oppressed the worst and stood on the stage. That's some weak shit she pulled, yo. But women are supposed to be better than men in these days. Oh, I'm gonna tear that part up. Yes, sir. We don't heard too much. We getting attacked by them every time we get up on panels and stuff. They come up here like they the greatest, they the excellent, black superb, and these motherfuckers they help people sell out the fucking country. You know what I'm saying? They protested in places where they shouldn't belong, and now you quitting on the Olympic stage. They too damn emotional and all this shit to be calling all these titles that they fucking holding. It's time to get on their top. And
Mad,
I ain't
mad,
Yeah, I
even mad. And
mean,
I ain't
mad,
even
mad,
mad yet.
You
mad,
independent and you
mad, mad.
powerful
Man,
and
you
you a
must have been
queen.
hanging out with Rush,
Nigga,
man.
you ain't no
That sounds like
queen.
some
You're not
Rush
independent, and
jargon, man.
you're not powerful. You're a fucking piece of shit. A fucking loser. Fuck Simone is the campaign. You heard?
Now I'm not
I,
talking
I, I
about
need to
all
come out
women.
with some
All the
lyrics,
women
man.
that got the big ass mouth though. If you got a big ass mouth and think you better than everybody else, yes, I'm talking to you. Take it personal.
You women wanted equality. Here's equality. This is it. You don't quit on your teammates. Fucking
You want
loser.
equality? If it was one of them, they'd be getting the backlash from us. So you want equality? We're gonna give you the fucking backlash. Ain't no running and ducking because you got goddamn pussy in the titties. Fuck that shit. You want to be equal?
Preach. Preach,
yeah, I
my brother.
mean,
Preach,
Bang
Matt
bang.
Militant.
And I ain't
Let
even
these
mad yet.
uniforms know what time it is. Let them know.
Boy, y'all something else, man. Y'all straight crazy.
I feel I might have had to come and light the show up a little bit, man. I seen the dude over here in the chat.
no, cause not, but Urban. Again, as I said, if Giannis Antetokounmpo had to pour that shit in Game 3, down 0 games to 2, we would have been criticizing him for a man for doing that shit. We wouldn't have cared if he was adopted. We wouldn't have cared if he was sexually abused or none of that shit. We just would have said he was mentally fragile and a bitch and all that other shit.
Yep,
She gets
that's true.
she
I
get the
agree.
same fucking treatment.
Yep, I
You
agree.
as an Olympic athlete. Yes, she gets the same treatment.
See,
Yeah.
y'all see what y'all done. Y'all done brought part of my prison up here now.
What's
Yeah,
going
buddy.
on? What's going on?
And
Toxic masculinity travels, sir.
I only had one cup of coffee today. Dang it.
Yo, I second everything you guys are saying, man. Everything you
Even
guys are
me,
saying are on point.
even me.
No, Urban,
Oh,
you wrong on this one.
man,
You
you didn't say it
sensitive.
with your chest, man. You didn't say it with your chest, man.
Hey,
Well,
Porter,
it
I'm
started
I'm
with
saying that
Simone.
she get a pass
I
on
Started
that.
agree
with
Nobody
with
the
don't want to give
Ann
her a
Iron
Georgia
Dome.
pass.
Watkins.
Nobody don't want to give her a pass.
Because
Here,
we
here's
wouldn't
the
give a man a pass.
here's the thing. You guys saw what Suni Lee said, right? On the panel when she was saying that there's times that she felt like quitting. She was under a lot of pressure, but she stuck with it. She had the support from her family, from her medical staff, her coaches. In other words, the exact same thing that Simone was under, but she rose to the occasion. And I looked at that video that they put up, and I looked at all the comments. All the comments were from a lot of Asian people saying how, oh, you're the true champion. You were able to get the gold medal. This is what it looks like when you don't quit. So in other words, they prop up one person as a competitor while they pat the head of Simone Biles to feel sorry for her to make it seem like she can't rise to the occasion. And that sets the wrong impression for everybody else. Because as you guys have said it and what we're seeing, they're teaching black women and even black boys as well too, or black children, that it's okay not to compete. It's okay to give up. That's what they're teaching. Meanwhile, everyone else is being celebrated for winning and competing, and we're being celebrated for taking a step back and focusing on our mental health. Where does that put us in the long run if we're giving up and stepping back instead of going full head, full force, and getting what you get and find out the results? This is what they're promoting: mediocrity amongst us, as you can see. It's crazy to see, and no one wants to discuss it.
See, part of my present. In other words, bro, we need to give her a pass.
The only pass I'll give her is the fact that she's already won her medals. If there's anyone who could say, I'm going to take a step back, it's her because she's already accomplished things. But here's the thing: back in the 2012 Olympics, before she won those medals, would she give up? Would she have taken that mental health break? I don't think so. She would have gone forward. Even if she failed, she still would have tried. But the fact that she already has her medals, this is why she's doing this. But this is not the right message to promote amongst other people who are aspiring to become champions. you still want to promote competitiveness.
Yeah, they're right there. I could agree with you on that. I could agree. And just like I said earlier, I agree that it's not a good look on her at all because it making her look as though she's a quitter. She's doing all this mentorship and everything, and then making it look like she's a quitter, and everything. So I totally get that. I agree.
But do you
And
know what
That's
Simone is telling us
indisputable.
right now? Simone is telling us right now if she was in a relationship with a black man, she would ditch that nigga because shit is going hard and suck the next man's dick because shit is easier on the other side of the grass.
well,
That's
guess what?
exactly
That's
what she's
exactly
telling.
what women are doing.
And that's exactly what Simone is telling everybody else to do.
Exactly, and they're promoting it like this is the right way to go about it.
And it's not. When you take those vows, motherfucker, it says from death to his part, sickness to wellness, rich or poor. Like, do you bitches understand when you take those vows and what the fuck that shit means? Oh my goodness, man. Yo, fuck Simone is the new campaign, you heard?
.com. Yeah, I mean,
Yeah, I mean?
100%, man.
hey, Matt Middleton. Did he leave?
He's on mute.
Oh, well, I'll wait till he come back. Oh,
But
he's
yeah,
on
I'm
coffee
I'm
break.
not. It, here's nothing. Someone mentioned about the twisties, which is some type of thing that happens when gymnasts lose concentration as to where they are in the air, and they end up falling incorrectly and hurting themselves, injuring themselves, or even killing themselves by breaking their neck based on how bad they land. All of those things I understand, right? But if what causes that situation is someone not being mentally in the game, you would have known that before you hopped on the
Yeah, I don't
plane
know
to go
what
to
happened down there
Tokyo.
when shit dropped. I guess White Jesus was trying to stop this truth.
You would have
Thank
known
God
that
for
you
white
weren't
Jesus.
mentally in it before you even got on the plane. And you would have said, you know what, I'm gonna bow out then, let someone else take my spot and go on to Tokyo and go for the Olympics. To me, that would be more honorable than midway in the competition, you're saying, I'm stopping.
This was just through the quarterfinal round, right? That was just trying to qualify, right?
I believe so. But that Chinese girl's fine though.
Everybody
If you,
keeps
if you,
I haven't even seen her.
you haven't seen
I
her,
heard that
she
she won, but I haven't I've seen her yet. I'm
yeah,
looking
she
for her.
won she won the gold. She looks good though.
Yo, yo, yo.
Simone
She look
allowed,
like Angela Lee.
Simone allowed a Asian to carry her mantle, man. Yo, you're a fucking loser. Oh my goodness. You know what, man? And the reason why I'm talking this much shit because these melanated women, aka German shepherds, want to run around talk about independent. They're powerful, they queens, and they don't need no man. And look what the fuck they do when pressure hit their backs. They fucking quit. And that should have you niggas thinking out there, man. Like, yo, listen, man. If you're dealing with a chick, man, yeah, y'all have some hardship. You best believe that she gonna suck the white man dick to get that better lifestyle, man. You're wake
That's
the
the way it
fuck up,
look.
nigga.
That's the way it looked like to me, man. It looked like they straight shaving medals. Not shaving points. Well, the basketball team is shaving points, but these athletes are shaving medals. I think they're getting paid off on the back end.
Yeah, I agree
I,
that there's money being thrown.
yeah, I said that when you was doing your podcast, part of my present, because I mean it literally appears that that's what's happening. Is that they on the back end they getting paid money to do that
Yeah, I've never
because
seen.
they
And
know at the end of the day
and
Simone
it's
Biles
a
will win.
shame, man. It's a shame that a woman could be bought. like with the right price, any woman can be bought. There's no sense of decorum. There's no sense of integrity. You know what I mean? Like, yo, in today's day and age, any bitch can be bought. You just gotta put a price on it. You know what I mean?
Yep, and I understand how it's happening across all sports with tennis and the Osaka girl and other girls as well too. I don't understand why this is happening, man.
Yeah, it's
They,
But
really
too much
sad.
coincidence.
which called they don't want us to be the powerhouse no more in no category. And it's like I can't believe I'm watching these athletes do this to us on a national stage. You know, I mean, it's sad. I see it's deeper than what it looks like to others. But this is not good for the spirit of the country. They trying to kill America. Period.
Well, I mean, by all other countries looking at this, they're gonna look
Hmm.
at us like we pussies, y'all.
Yeah, I
Straight
mean,
up.
we are. We did it. They showed a video one time. I think it was Tommy that showed this of the Russian military compared to what they doing to our military right now. We are in trouble. We are in trouble. These weak motherfuckers cannot defend no country, and it's gonna be weak people in the military just like this bitch right here that did this shit in the Olympics. I have no respect for
Let's
her.
not even talk about the draft. Now they're drafting women too. So it's like, yo, if they're drafting these women and putting
Which
them in the
which
front
which
lines,
no, check this, y'all. Check this, right? I was just over there on Buddy Lee's channel. Y'all check him out. Trill 713. Buddy Lee.
Okay.
Right? Right? He just showed a police video, right? Of
how
these
that chick Grand drove off when that nigga
which
was getting set up, nigga. Yo, that
which
shit was crazy, nigga.
that was a woman cop.
Yeah. She
That
just
was a
fleed
woman
the
cop.
scene, my nigga. Hey, yo, peak game, my nigga. She only got suspended. My nigga,
That's some
if you're in the
bullshit.
6 feet of a fucking crime incident, nigga, your ass is supposed to get locked out.
Urban. Her dash camera caught everything. She was sitting directly in front of it. Saw this dude pull out a fucking AK,
She
shoot
just
this dude
peeled
down
out.
in the street, and she just pulled off.
Or this is in
Yeah, y'all
Detroit?
gotta send me that video. Y'all
Yeah,
gotta send
yeah.
me that video,
Yeah, I
man.
heard about that. Yeah.
If I can find it, I've seen it on somebody else's channel. We were
And
just
that just
talking about
shows
it.
and that just shows you what time them niggas is on in Detroit. They
Which
see a
called
police car, they don't give a fuck. That shit's still
it
going
it, it
down.
it ain't that. It's the training. It's the training that's going on with the women compared to the men, especially in law enforcement. It's totally different training. They always need
Yo,
backup when it
listen,
comes to a call. They don't even go through the full obstacle
If
course.
these hoes is really getting drafted to go in the front lines, if I was a young nigga, I would be pissed if
Oh,
I had a
oh,
hoe next to me, my nigga.
oh,
Straight up.
them fools gonna quit on the front line from what we see.
Straight up. Cause these hoes ain't conditioned to go to war, nigga. Hand to hand combat. You know what I'm saying? Yo, can you imagine you getting shot, right? You got shot like 9 times and shit, and you hoping that shit your fellow soldier can carry you back home to base? You think a hoe gonna be able to do that, my nigga? Man, fuck out of here, nigga. You good as
Oh
dead,
my
nigga.
god! Oh my
I
god!
shoot that.
What am I
I
gonna
shoot that
do?
bitch in the spot, nigga. Like, yo,
Oh, you going with me?
Yeah,
fuck, we
Miss
both
Whitney.
dying, nigga. Fuck it.
Yeah, Miss Whitney. She said that she also got tours that started in September, and she what she said, we overcommit and then can't handle it, so she had a lot of stuff on her plate.
Mm, I like that. I like that.
You remember what I said earlier about black women putting too much on their shoulders, too much of a burden? To me, that's what it seems like, man. The
You know what
strong
it is,
black, the
man?
strong
You
black
know what
woman.
it is? They believe the hype. Like, yo, you're not
Exactly.
strong and independent, my nigga.
No, actually,
You,
I think I got the answer.
housing is paying for your rent. You're getting food stamps. You know what I mean? You're buying lobsters and crabs and all this shit with your food stamps. My nigga, you know what I mean? Only thing you gotta worry about is probably a car note and a cell phone bill, nigga.
Oh,
Like,
hold on. I
you're
got
getting
that
so much
answer for
help,
you here in a
and then
second.
you're gonna scream that you're independent and strong and you're a queen. My nigga, you a queen of welfare recipient, nigga. Fuck out, nigga. Fuck out.
Yeah.
What?
You,
Oh
you
yeah.
want to answer that, Bad?
What happened?
What you call it? That's no bullshit. I'm about to pull up the proof here. Where it started at?
About the Olympic Committee?
It started in 1965. No, it is the I'm trying to search my search is not pulling it back up correct. Like I almost gotta punch it in.
Before you get to that, just to answer that comment that's on the screen there, even with the Olympic Committee shaving off her points, she was still ahead of everybody else. So then why quit? Or if you felt that the judges are cheating you, why give them what they want and bowing out instead of continuing and overcoming it? And then later on, you can expose them to say, look at all that I did, and they're still shaving my points, and I still won. That used to be the thing.
That's
If
true.
you're dealing with adversity, you overcome it and you expose the wicked people who are trying to take you down. You don't back up and shy away and quit because that's what they want.
And see, and this is why it's very important to have a good people around you that can advise you to do the right thing and make better decisions. Because whoever's around this broad, man, they clearly don't give a fuck about her, man. Straight up.
And also, she's been dealing with that issue for more than a year with the judges not giving her the proper score, only because they don't want to encourage other gymnasts to try to perform the same moves she does, because those moves require a high level of skill, and if they encourage people to do it, then a lot of people are going to get injured, and that's why they don't give her the points that she deserves based on the skill set that she has. So she's miles ahead of everybody else, but that's why even on her worst days, she would still be on top, right? So I don't understand why she would quit.
She quit because she has, bad people around her, man. They're not giving her good advice, man. Had that been me, man, I'd be like, yo, listen, man, you got this shit by a landslide. Why you gonna quit now? Finish this shit off, beat all these fucking losers, and let's expose these fuckboys.
Yo, someone said it's because her boyfriend's cheating on her, and that threw her off mentally. because
Wow.
he's an NFL player.
That's no excuse, man. That's no
No,
excuse.
listen. They said that he's an NFL player, and they were called back to training camp. So she didn't have any contact with him, and she's worried that he's cheating. That's what some guy was saying.
That sounds like a chick move, man. You know what I mean? You know what I mean?
Wait,
There
yeah?
needs to be somebody. There needs to be somebody by her side that's not using her for her body, or want to exploit her for money, or want to exploit her to sleep with her. There need to be somebody that's by her side that's gonna make the right decisions because it's best for her and her fucking teammates, man. And she doesn't have that.
You see what Whitney says? How men die earlier than women have the highest suicide rate because they don't admit to mental health issues. But then if a man, put it this way, any man who complains to a woman or talks to a woman about his feelings or about his struggles,
She's gonna dump him.
exactly,
Because that pussy's getting dried out. She's looking at the backup man.
exactly.
Because the pussy dried up, and she wants the stability.
Women don't
She's
want
gonna
those
cut
men.
off the weak nigga and move on to a stronger nigga.
Yes, women don't want those men. So why are you promoting men to be weak when you don't want weak men?
See, y'all
Because
don't know what the fuck y'all want.
it's to do more. It's to do more damage. But the only reason why they keep telling us this is because they keep listening to people who has education,
Oh, you
who's
cut
trying
out.
to teach them to do certain things.
Mhm.
Who, me?
No, they're not, Miss Whitney.
Okay.
Say it again. Say it again.
No, they're not. You're fucking lying. See, this is what I call true propaganda right here. Right here. See her talking all this shit? Look at her. Women are working way more than men. The fuck out of here. That's not true.
I haven't seen no woman build no bridge, no building, none of that stuff. How in the hell are they working harder than us?
Hey, Whitney, if I came to you and talked to you about my problems, I'm going to be in the friend zone. So let's stop all the nonsense. Men gotta suck it up, and they have to go to work. They have to produce results. It's always
Even
been like that, and there's a reason.
which called that ain't gonna
They
work either
got the
because
wrong
the ones
woman. That's not true.
which called cause the ones
Look,
I see that's producing which called
look,
still ain't getting no respect.
you gotta be a cat lady. I know she a cat lady. She lying like a mug.
Well, Matt, you're right too, because even if we put in all that work, if you're not making $1 million, they don't want to look at you. But how many of us are making $1 million?
That many.
The average American only makes 42,000 a year.
Yeah, across the board.
42,000 a year. Now, if you're making 100 grand a year, you automatically are in the top 10% off rip. And if you're making like 400,000, you're like 0.001% or some shit like that. So, a lot of these average chicks, that's 2s and 3s, they really believe that they deserve a man that makes over 6 figures a year. And I'm here to tell you guys, it's unrealistic. If your daddy, if your mom married a man that was a iron worker, a man of construction, then that's what the fuck you need to be looking for. Fuck out of here. You ain't special. What's up, Joy?
What's up, Joy?
What's going on, Troy? Yo, Matt, I read that too. The Monahan report. I read that shit too. That shit was interesting.
Yeah, that's needed. People been answering questions on the panel. Yeah, we've been seeing your questions, and yeah, they've been addressing them.
You know what's funny? It's only the second week of the Olympics or first week.
Yeah.
What's going to
First
happen
semester.
going forward? What else? What other psychops are they planning for us? Because this shit just started.
I don't know. They probably make U.S. lose a lot of games this year just to be doing. But I mean, then again, every year the U.S. compete in the Olympics, they be winning the majority of the categories. So at some point in time, people just gonna get tired of like, man, I'm tired of U.S. you winning all these games every single time. Can we get
Which
one?
called that
Can we get one win? God
which
damn.
called that no, not when it comes to the Olympics, because this is supposed to be the greatest in the world. If they was going to be great, why should we have to step down for them to be great? You know what I'm saying? She was supposed to get a gold medal in her event. The U.S. basketball team was supposed to get gold in their event. We already know that those are the best basketball players in the world. How in the heck are we barely winning? Or if we ain't barely winning, we losing. When we have 30-point, 40-point, 50-point spreads,
So
something don't look right.
it's called diplomatic unity. We want to be unified globally.
No, not me. I don't know why black folks want to feel like they want to go back into slavery. That's exactly what it is. I don't understand that.
You know, I always wondered, why is it that all of the Olympic medals that the U.S. wins, it's always by a immigrant?
Yeah, that's true. But then again, the United States is a fully grown immigrant country, so
And it's not even just the U.S. It's other countries too. Like you'll see what other countries? UK. You'll see Germany. You see all these other countries, and then it's a black person represented.
And that's absolutely for us being a melting pot. I think that might be our biggest downfall right here at this moment. Because the people who's actually leading this anti-American stuff are people who we made citizens. They left from wherever they came from, which was a fucked up place to come to freedom, and decided to turn this place into where they came from. We ain't. I don't feel right with that. We shouldn't be backing none of this or anybody who's helping them pull this off. And that goes for these Olympic athletes.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. So we gonna see what's in store for these couple of weeks with this Olympic. How long Olympics supposed to last?
Another week.
Another week?
Yeah, yeah, it's two
That's
two
it.
weeks.
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll see. We'll see with all this other stuff going on. Do the United States still owe China all their money?
I believe so. I'm
Yeah,
not sure. I
the,
don't think so.
the debt you mean? They haven't paid that back. China still well, I don't know if they owe China, but they own the debt through bonds or some shit that they bought. I'm not sure.
So that got something to do. That's got something to do with the Federal Reserve, right?
Yeah, something like that.
Oh, oh, they in trouble. Just stay tuned into real news, world news. They in trouble.
Christian women think differently. Are you serious? That's your best rebuttal? Oh my
Well,
goodness.
You know what? You know what? I want to ask a Christian woman, why is it that you tout religion, you tout Christianity, but when you're looking for a mate, you don't look for that mate in church. You look for a man outside of church. You don't go to your pastor or your priest to get you your man.
because that's cheating, man. Because the first man in their life is Jesus. So they ain't gonna disrespect Jesus in his house.
But you notice that it's always an outside man.
Yeah, they all look for the Nipsey Hustle. It's like, yo, listen, you know, one, you guys don't follow the laws of Yah. You know what I'm saying? Y'all wanna adopt the ideology of being a feminist. Two, y'all don't submit to men. So why are you even claiming that you're a Christian when you guys don't even follow the laws of Yah? Period.
That's the new age women. I believe the old Christians follow the rules, but it's like at a certain time it looked like it, like the late '70s or '80s, man. It looked like it just flipped. It's like it ain't nothing but a bunch of heathens up in that motherfucker. I mean,
Yo, I'll tell you the amount of times if I had like a one night stand and then the next day the girl's asking me to come to her church, I'm like, how does that equate?
if it's gonna happen a second time, you better go to church. like she's giving you some leadway here.
Yo, it's crazy. It's like, how come you want to come to church with me? I'm like, I haven't even committed to you as a girlfriend or boyfriend situation. So how is it that I'm going to church with you all of a sudden? That don't make
Probably
any sense.
probably to make that faggot dude quiet, damn mad and that's in the quiet as her ex-boyfriend.
Who knows, man? But my whole thing is that if you're looking for a Christian union, then you should find yourself a Christian man in the church, because they have those single events and those different groups. Find your man there. That's the
What
person
you
you
Yeah,
have
that's
most
not
in
that's
common
not what they're
with.
looking
what you
for.
call
But yeah,
man?
that's not what they're looking for. They're looking for
They're looking
somebody
for the
else.
Christian
What you call
ways.
them girls ain't not worth a damn whatsoever, and I have a right to say that because my ex-wife is the pastor's daughter. Them broads ain't shit, and no rush. I am not explaining it to you. So,
You heard it
Hey,
here first.
hey, let me
but
let
but
me
I'm
tell
but
you
I'm but
something.
I'm dead serious.
Hey, let me tell y'all about them the singles ministry in the church. I done been to several single ministry before I was married. I've been to several singles ministry at different churches,
Mm.
and all of them have the common theme. The common theme is that the overseer or the pastor of that church, they want women to look for men just like the pastor. So if those men come there at that single ministry, if they don't meet the same criteria as the pastor, then they ain't gonna even holler at them at all. Period. I'm for
That's why
real, dead serious. Like y'all,
that's why the
dead
pastor
serious.
gets all the women.
Yeah, dead serious.
I mean,
That's
I mean,
that's what it is.
if these women like dudes with pressed curls in their hair. You know what I'm saying? Their mustache look like it's wet and slick looking, and got daggone. They just silk shirts and stuff. Man, if they like that, let them have that. Because I mean, they do need to keep that over there. Because you like those dudes, don't come outside the church and expect us to be like them. You know what I'm saying? I ain't gonna walk around with curly hair and a fade. You know what I'm saying? Unless it's natural. You know what I'm saying? But those Negroes, you know daggone well that's not their hair. They put some chemical up in there to make their hair curl.
Some Soul Glow.
Yeah, but I mean, PNP, that answers your other question too. Why they be finding men outside of churches? Because some of them they get so tired of trying to measure these men up to the pastor, where they be like, man, look, I'm better off
But
just
see,
going
that's the
outside the street.
problem. You're
Yeah,
not.
different
They
criteria.
don't understand. They don't understand the dynamics of religion. Your pastor is an instrument that Yah uses to send out his message. So you can't you can't put your Pookie and Ray Ray compared to that nigga, saying that they're on the same level. Now what you need to do is seek a man that's on the same path as your pastor and that's building his way up to become, you know, and what, man, forget all that. A lot of niggas claiming this mantle that they're supposed to be, prophetic and to be preaching. Half them niggas, that's not even in their calling, my nigga. The first thing you need to do is pray and fast to figure out what your actual calling is.
Which
And then you go from there. You know what I'm saying?
I mean that just shows the mind how that just show how weak the mind is, especially for the women. If I mean you gave the pastor too much credit. Actually, he's just a bad narrator. All right, this dude is not a perfect dude whatsoever. He can't even read straight out the book. And if he was anything, you still wouldn't be sitting there in church looking at him every week if you actually was learning something. To me, you know what I'm saying? For them to try to look for something that's in his area, I mean, you're looking for a broken man. That's a broken man who don't know himself. If he feel that it's okay for him to false teach a message that he didn't do no research on or anything. I mean, I wouldn't talk a lot of this stuff that I'm talking if I didn't do some kind of research. This dude didn't do no research. He have you jumping all around the place, got your spirituality all screwed up. You know what I'm saying? That's the reason why you still in the church, because you still screwed up. You haven't graduated. You ain't in the sanctuaries. You like sitting in the pews. You know what I'm saying? So, I mean, why would you want to follow somebody who's going to keep you there instead of raising you up for real?
Mm. Do you guys think church is a good substitute for what's it called, not social therapy, but counseling?
Well, you
Yeah,
guys call it
yeah,
counseling, they call it ministering.
yeah. That's what
It
messes up.
it is if that church is operating under the divine spirit of Yah, yes, it is a good thing to lean on. But if it's just a bunch of people claiming a mantle that they don't even belong in, and they don't even have the gifts to minister to somebody, they're just claiming it and they're just doing as they feel. Then nah,
Yeah, it could
you
be
got
damaging.
yeah, yeah, it could be
I, I,
a damaging situation for that individual.
I did more work than most of these. I did more work in 20 minutes than most of these pastors did in 20 years. Just by me just speaking from the heart, from how I'm seeing it and how it really looks. You know what I'm saying? From the knowledge that I picked up over time. You know, and most people usually get it when I'm talking. You know what I'm saying? They be like, why am I still in church then? You can go to church sitting there where you at, because
Yep,
you is
Here's
he.
the thing.
He is inside you.
Let me
yep, yep.
interject real quick. For Matt Militant. The reason why the church is important because we, whether you believe this or not, as our ancestors did their sins, we are paying for their sins. And Lame's term is that we're fighting their demons too. So therefore we need to seek for deliverance. Now if the pastor is not anointed to the level where they're able to extract those unclean spirits out your body, then he's wasting his time. You know what I mean?
Time out. Time out before you confuse the people anymore. How did the anointing get the power to anoint? Who anointed him? I'll
The
wait.
Most High anointed. The Most High anointed a priest to extract unclean spirits out of an
Um,
individual.
Now
Nobody's nobody's exempt
stop right
from
there.
that.
Stop right there. Think back at what you said. How was that possible?
What do you mean? How's that possible? I mean, yo, if you're not a believer, then you're
Think,
not a believer.
think about
You know
what you
what I'm
said.
saying?
Don't go off the definition. Think about what you just said and explain it. Don't go off the definition that you already know. Think about it. Who anointed the anointed? Or who's supposed to be anointed? Who started this tradition? It had to start somewhere. Somebody didn't come from the sky. Nobody met Jesus or God. Who anointed the anointed? It's time to stop
Listen,
playing
man. If
games.
if, if you don't if you don't if you don't subscribe to the Bible, then we don't need to be having this debate.
It ain't
If
that
you
I
don't sus-
don't.
yo, if you don't
It ain't that
subscribe
I
to the
don't
Bible, then
subscribe.
that's your prerogative. You know what I mean?
If 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 I didn't really subscribe, I wouldn't be able to. You know what I'm saying? Jump in and entertain it. I'm not, like I said before. I'm not doing nothing to hurt you. I want you to realize something. You know what I'm saying? Because I keep hearing you giving power to somebody you should be giving yourself.
Nah. See, this is where me and you gonna have a conflict of interest because
You know, there's people listening,
every
right?
the
Why would you
common
want to fight
denominator
somebody trying
the
to give you
common
power
the
to
common
yourself?
denominator to everything is Yah. You know what I mean? I can laugh all y'all want. You know what I mean? This is what I'm subscribed to. This is what I know is real. You know what I mean?
But all I'm doing is telling you the same thing the book's telling you, but you don't
Nah,
want to
you just
seem to make the
questioning
connection.
you
If the power,
questioning my you
if,
questioning my
if,
integrity and my beliefs. Now, if
But
you
hold on.
if you don't if you're not subscribed to what I believe in, then we don't need to be having this conversation. You know
hey,
So
what I
it's
hold
mean?
the
on, hold on,
same,
hold on,
brother.
hold on, hold on, hold on. Both you guys agree though that at the end of the day, whatever you believe in, God has put the power in you to be your own navigator through life, and to you have free will to do whatever you need to do to make your life successful and to take you where you want to
Yes,
go.
yes.
Then
He gave us free will in order for us to make decisions to to navigate in life.
I,
Yes, you're
I,
and
right.
I,
and, we,
I,
and
I don't know who he
Free
is.
will is
but we
bullshit.
were created in that image. We have the power. God is in us. I
Free
believe that.
will
I'm not
doesn't.
religious.
What you call it? How would you? How can somebody make you when God is actually an energy? This dude has no face. They gave you a face, so we keep trying to give this dude a body, a face, and all kind of stuff, and say somebody put something in you when
Yo,
actually it's just
God is a black
natural.
man.
It's natural
God is a
stuff
black
around
man.
you that made you.
God is a black man. So
Wow.
Jesus is white,
I just
sir.
answered
God
your
is white.
question.
Hey, but everything that's on the earth is also in us as well too, right? So
Yes,
the way how I look at it, we are our own gods. That's how I
preach,
look
brother.
at it,
Preach, brother.
and I think we all agree to that in some
If,
capacity, right?
if we are made in His
I
image, then
mean,
yes,
I
we
want
are
to say,
gods.
I want to say, I want to say we gods because that's that. Then you're leaning on some 5% type joint. You know what I mean,
Rush. Let me ask you a
nah, I'm
question.
not
Wow,
subscribed to that.
wow.
Rush. Rush. Let me ask you a question, sir. If you don't follow whatever religious deity that you believe in, if you don't follow his rules, won't you be punished?
What?
If you don't believe in God or whatever religious deity that you believe in, if you don't follow its rules or commandments, will you be punished?
Of course.
So there is no free will. That nigga saying it's my way or else. There is no
Hold on.
free will.
Time out.
No, that's not.
I want you to name the date,
See,
the time,
yo,
and the place and the
this is
person,
why
or
I
who
don't
died and
like
came back
brothers
and
that
told
make
you you're
like
gonna be
Drake.
punished.
Done DeMarco.
I'm waiting. I'm waiting for the time, the person, the place, and everything on who came back from death and told you that you're gonna be punished. Who told us this? Because still we talking about something. This is still coming from something that's supposed to drop from the sky. By how you giving it to me?
See, the reason why you can't submit to the man because you're not equally yoked.
I'm not
You know what I
submitting
mean?
to a man, sir.
You're not equally
I'm
yoked.
glad you let that one
That
slide.
sounds gay.
If,
That
if,
sounds gay, sir.
if,
I'm talking
what you call,
freely right now.
what
You're
you call,
Them
probably
what,
not
easy
on that
words.
level where you need to link up with somebody.
Which call,
Yeah, I
and what I'm
mean,
saying,
Glad you caught that, money boy.
what I'm saying is, I grew up in church my whole life. I have a better understanding. I'm trying to get you to understand what they
I don't
tricking
want
us
you to
with. If you
listen.
pulling power
Whatever,
away from yourself,
whatever
you're
you
never gonna
subscribe
believe in
to, I'm
yourself.
not subscribed to that, and I'm not trying to subscribe to it. You know what I mean?
So are you with submitting to men?
What?
Are you with submitting to men? Because you just said the reason he can't submit to the man is because. So do you submit to the man?
What are you talking about?
I'm talking about what you just said, sir.
I was talking to one of the people that was. I was talking to the female that was talking about submission,
Oh,
and
okay.
I
I
was
thought
telling
you
her
were
like, "Yo,
talking
you're
to the
supposed to
man.
submit, and if you can't
Oh,
submit, then you not on that level to be equally yoked."
gotcha. Okay, I thought you was spreading some homo shit out here.
Nah, nah. But with Mad Militant, man, yo, we're not subscribed to the same thing, man. So there's no need for us to be like arguing, cause I'm gonna believe what I believe in, and you're gonna do your thing. You know what I mean?
I'll catch you slipping one day.
Russ is out here living it heathen life.
Yo, have
Believe me.
you guys ever dated a woman that said that she doesn't submit to man, she submits to God? In other
Yeah,
words, you're second and
yeah.
God is first.
That's what I
Oh,
brought up earlier.
But
That's their first man.
see, that chick who says that is ignorant because the Most High
That's
tells
what you
us
just
that
said.
the Most High, the Most High. What are you talking about, man, militant? Like,
That's what you said. That's the same as sacrificing. They sacrificing themselves so that man will be the first in their life. So that's basically what you're telling us to do.
Yeah, I don't like that. I don't like a woman telling me that I'm second to somebody that ain't there.
but see,
I'm the one who's paying the
but
bills.
she's ignorant because the scriptures tell her that you
That's not
come
ignorance,
first.
by the way.
Well, the Most High come first than you, but not in that sense. Like she needs to
It's
follow
through me.
the
You
more
honor
order through you. Yeah, yeah,
exactly through me
yeah.
to God, not above me.
But what
Hey,
if they was
hey,
what if they was talking about the inside of your brain the whole time? You keep leaving out all the attributes to this Bible, which I said was astronomy, body anatomy, science, mathematics, and a few other things. We leaving all this out and we looking at it as far as this one person talking about something to go through this, you have to get through me. That is an organ in your brain. That is the I can't think of the right terminology to use, but it's connected to the back of your pineal gland. That piece is also connected to your spine, which is considered the highway to heaven. The heaven is in your brain because God is in your brain. He's in your mind. That is your conscience to do good and bad.
God
Yeah,
is a sociopath. You
that's
heard?
completely false. What he's trying to say is
Wow.
that your mind is your soul. You know what I mean?
Boy, you had me close my eyes going into my zone. Boy, you about to get it.
hey, but Rush, I got you, bro. I got you, man. The answer the question about that anointing part, the first documentation of the anointing occurred is in the Old Testament, Rush. That's with Moses and Aaron out there when they was supporting people to build the tabernacle.
That was
Yo, hold
paganism.
on,
You
hold on.
heard?
Even David was anointed.
Yeah, I mean,
King
Paganism.
David
You
was
heard?
anointed. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Word out, salute, salute.
The
King David
question,
was anointed by the prophet in order for him to become the next king. You know what I
hold
mean?
on. This was
So we
1100. This was like 1100 BC. You got to ask the question eventually. If this shows up in 1100 BC or somewhere around that time, we have thousands and thousands and thousands of years of humans. Where all of a sudden did this come from 3,000 years ago? We've been here for a very long time. And we sitting here following our life through something that showed up 2,000 years ago.
Yo, that's a quote right there that Ann just dropped.
what she said?
But wives, submit yourselves to your own husbands. For the husband is the head of the wife, as Christ is the head of the church.
So if you ain't in church, your husband is your king.
Yo,
Boom shakalaka.
uh huh. So,
submit to
but
their
which
husbands in everything.
yeah, which one is that? Is that on on Ephesians or Galatians, because both of them say the same thing.
See, y'all dope. Y'all
I'm
can
not
call
sure.
it. Y'all can go straight to the books. I'm a freestyler. I mean, I don't write none of this stuff down. I ain't never wrote nothing down. Everything I'm kicking is just off of what I build up. You know what I'm saying?
Books was written by a white man. You heard?
Salute to Ann Georgia, man. She's definitely dropping facts, man. Salute to her.
Yeah.
Yeah, she said Ephesians. Yeah, she using
May the Most
Ephesians.
High bless you, overflow your cup. You heard?
Yeah, we definitely read Genesis, boy. Most of the time, most people can't even get off the book of Genesis. I'm gonna break your foundation. Stay away.
Now the reason why I know, because in my past I used to be a associate pastor, so I know a lot about scriptures.
So why
and
you
stuff.
stop?
The youth
Why
pastor.
you stop, homie?
Yeah, out there, bro.
He stopped.
Yeah, I'm
Jesus
not. Yeah,
Christ,
I
bro.
also licensed minister too as well.
Okay.
So why'd you
Sometimes
stop?
Cause Jesus fake, Rush. Once you realize something fake,
Nobody talking to you. Stop
I
leading
mean,
these sheep
which
to
one?
hell, my nigga.
I mean, how many times in
You
the
leading bad sheep to hell, nigga. And
which
that
one?
blood is in your hands, bro.
How many
So,
times
yo,
in the book?
sir, you
How
the
many
one
times in
around
the
here
book?
talking about fucking hoes and not getting married and having premarital sex. You sending motherfuckers to hell too. You
yo,
heard?
but you denying the Most High, nigga.
Boy,
And I'm
Ain't
you
helping
got
niggas
one
not
crazy
to.
barbershop.
I'm
no
helping
sin.
niggas to be
Is
sucker free.
bigger
You
than
heard?
the other, sir. No sin is bigger than the other. You can't take
I'm
that
helping
back.
niggas to be sucker free. You heard?
You can't, nigga. You telling them to break the Most High's commandments. You heard?
There ain't nothing, but because I swear up and down, boy, it's like 5 or 6 times
No,
in
worse,
that book
worse is
they
the
name
believer, and the
these
shit
stories
that he's talking
allegorical.
about goes against the Bible. The premarital sex he talking about having and shit and treating hoes like hoes is against the Bible. It's not what you're supposed to do. He
If a
knows
spade's
this.
a spade, you treat them accordingly. You heard?
They tell
No,
you
you
they tell you
just said,
that these stories
but
are
I'm saying
allegorical, and you get the book out of
you
fiction
treating them
section.
accordingly. I got
Come
this.
on.
You treating them accordingly, right? So that means you're breaking the Most High's will. So you leading people to hell. You heard?
I'm aware. I'm committing sin. I mean, I'm aware
And
of
you
that.
telling other people to do it like you just told me I was doing.
I'm
You heard?
not telling them to commit that sin. I'm telling them to be careful when they're dealing with these 304s. That's all
Nah,
I'm
bro.
doing.
You said just smash these
I'm
hoes
helping
and
them,
keep it
I'm
moving.
helping them to be sucker free. That's it. Not more, nothing less, man.
Oh,
You heard?
now you want to hear I say, God, know you lying right now, bro. He gonna judge you harsher than me because I don't
Nigga, he
believe.
gonna judge you, nigga.
I
Talking about he ain't
I
real,
don't believe in him, so I ain't worried about it. But you should be
we don't need to
scared.
be having this conversation then.
You should be scared though, because you willingly breaking this nigga's rules. I don't believe in him or his rules, but you do. Every day you get up and break his rules. You should be scared, not me.
Y'all sending Jesus threats, man?
Fuck Jesus.
Y'all sending religious threats.
I want to get on this comment stuff on the screen here. If you go to the school, can you explain how these books were written all at different times, but at least 2 or 3 of these people that wrote these books at different times have accounts of them seeing Jesus being crucified?
They was wrote on kindergarten tablets, you heard?
Cliff notes? Holy moly. It's so many questions we don't ask ourselves because we scared to ask ourselves.
Yo, listen, man. Not everybody's
They
gonna
called
be
it.
meant to be. Listen. I'm gonna say this. I'm
Yeah,
gonna
but
say
the
this to the whole
disciples?
panel.
Yeah, I believe Joseph seen it,
The
and
gospel?
Hey,
I'm gonna say this. I'm gonna say this real quick, man. Not everybody's gonna make it to the pearly gates with the Most High. So if it doesn't make sense to you and you don't believe in it, then you probably ain't gonna make the cut, my
either,
nigga.
sinner.
You ain't gonna
Sinner,
make the cut,
you're
my
not
nigga.
gonna make it either, sinner.
Nah,
Sinner,
you
you're
don't
not
know
gonna
that,
make it
nigga.
either.
You don't know that. You don't
But
know
you
that.
don't know it either, but you just
Nah,
said it
nigga,
about
I'm
other
good.
people.
I'm
You
good, nigga.
you don't know
I'm
it
not
either.
I'm not out here. I'm not out here defaming this character like you are, nigga. You know what I'm saying? Big difference.
Good, Urban. Good job, Urban. How these niggas gonna say everybody ain't gonna make it, but I'm gonna make it? What the fuck, nigga? You don't know if you gonna make it.
I'm gonna make
Can-
it, nigga.
So
I know you
everybody
not,
else
nigga.
gonna make it too. Everybody
I
else
know
gonna
you
make it
not,
too.
nigga. All that shit you talking, nigga.
I don't want to make it into a heaven like that. I don't. I'm straight on that.
Talking reckless right now.
Yeah, I
Talking
guess, but
crazy.
if I gotta live with the God that done put a nigga through the shit that they done went through, I'm straight on that. If God allows, in the Bible, as we talked about with Lot, this nigga allowed daughters to be fucked instead of his angels. I'm straight on that. This nigga allowed bears to kill kids because they called the prophet Baldy. I'm straight on that. This nigga destroy the world whenever he have a hissy fit. I'm straight on that. You can have that heaven with him. Because he gonna turn on you eventually.
Then, yo, when
You
you
saying
gotta
God's
face,
a woman?
when you gotta face the Most High,
Now you're saying
and you're
God is a
after death,
narcissist.
nigga, hold that same energy, nigga. Hold that
Hey
same
man,
energy when you
hey,
ready to throw you
tell
back
the
down,
most
my
high you
nigga.
sorry next time
So
you
hold
fucking
that,
one of
hold
these
that
I
hoes
still
same
out of
see
energy,
God as a
wedlock.
nigga.
conscience, no matter how
Talking
it's written.
Next
crazy right
time you
now,
burning
nigga.
one of these hoes' head up, tell the most high you sorry in the middle of it. You heard?
Put it
Throw him
like
out.
this, nigga.
We trying to wake
I'm
the
in a
brother
better
up.
position than you are, nigga. You
And
talking
that's some
crazy right
religious
now,
shit for you to
nigga.
say, I'm in a better position than you, but the Bible say no sin is greater than the other. But only a religious nigga would say, I'm in a better position than you. God
And the
damn it,
thing,
man.
Yo, it's
and
the
the thing,
fact, nigga. Yo,
and the thing
you
is,
running your mouth right now. You running your mouth about something that you don't
You
even
running
know.
your mouth too. You
You running
judging
your mouth,
everybody else
nigga.
while being a sinner,
All right,
sir.
nigga.
You
All right,
judging
nigga. Yo,
everybody else
when
while
you
being
cooking
a
down there,
sinner,
nigga.
and you think
When
this
you
makes
cooking
sense
down
to
there,
you.
nigga. When you
that is
cooking
true.
down there, nigga, you
I'm
gonna
gonna be
remember all
with
this
you. We gonna
bullshit
be
you
fucking
talking,
hoes
nigga.
together, laughing about
You
Kim.
gonna remember all this bullshit you talking, nigga. Fuck out of here.
Man, I'm gonna blow
We gonna
myself
be
up.
in
I
hell
want my
together,
50
fucking
virgins.
bitches, Rush.
Yo, you see the other gymnast
I ain't
looks
gonna
like
be down
Angela
there with
Yee.
you, nigga. You gonna be down there by yourself, nigga.
I'm
I ain't
not
gonna be with
worried
you.
about it.
I ain't gonna
And
be
you
there with you,
just said
nigga.
that you're going to hell. That's what's funny. You sure you going to heaven, although you sin like a motherfucker. That is crazy to me.
Hold on,
See,
time
the
out.
difference between
Slow
me
it
and you,
down,
my
man.
nigga,
I
I
want to
know
get
I'm
back to
doing
the real
wrong, my
topic,
nigga.
man. I want to get back
Yeah,
to
I
the
know
real
I'm doing
topic.
let's reel it
wrong.
back in, man.
Yeah,
Let's reel
yeah,
it back
yeah,
in,
yeah,
man, because
yeah, yeah.
they throwing comments up, and I really want to, you know what I'm saying? Because they, you know what I'm saying, they studying this stuff. I have mad questions, you know what I'm saying? I lived through this, through evangelists, pastors, and all this through my family. I don't usher, sung in the choir, and all this stuff. And I got a whole lot of questions that people just can't answer. They keep opening the book and using the verses for their answers, and it ain't no real answer. You know what I'm saying? You can't have the book answer for everything. A lot of this stuff had to come from logical common sense.
See where your problem is, what kind of problem you have is that you don't got a personal relationship with the Most High. You know what I mean? Some
Wow.
things
Nigga, everybody got a
a book
problem
is
and
not,
got it wrong
yo,
except for you,
Trey,
the
man.
sinner.
I'm like,
We ain't
yo,
listening to no
I'm done
sinners.
with you, nigga.
We
I'm
ain't
really over,
listening
my
to
nigga.
no
Ain't
sinners,
no point
bro.
in talking,
I'm
my
You're a
damn
nigga.
sure not
hypocrite
living
Let me
like
like
talk to
that.
him.
Matt Militant real quick.
You a
I already know where
hypocrite.
you going,
We don't
nigga.
want to hear
So let
that
me talk to
shit.
Matt Militant real
We
quick.
don't want to hear that
Let me
shit.
talk
How
to
you
Matt
gonna tell
Militant
this
real quick.
man he don't
I
gotta
already know where you
understand?
going, nigga. Let me talk to Matt Militant
How
real
you
quick.
gonna tell this
Yo,
man he
man,
don't
shut up,
gotta
nigga. Yo,
understanding
let me
like you
talk
the
to Mr.
grand wizard of
Militant
this
real quick.
shit?
Let me talk to Militant real quick, because I already know where you going, nigga. You getting cooked, nigga.
Proudly.
Yo,
And I'm gonna be right there with you saying, pass the weed,
You
you
might not get
heard?
no better coming
He
this way.
said crab legs.
here's the thing, Militant, man. Like, yo, some things it's not gonna be answered off jump, nigga. Sometimes
Hold on, time out.
hold
Time
on,
out.
let me
This thing
finish.
been around
You gotta
for
let me finish,
thousands of
bro.
years and hundreds
Let
of
me
years. What
finish,
you
man.
mean I can't get no
Humble
answers to
yourself and let
stuff
me
and you got
finish
people
real quick.
following this?
Humble yourself, let me finish real quick. Yo, some things you gotta seek the Most High for yourself, man.
The most
So
high
it might
faith, you
require
heard?
you. It
So
might
so
require you to do
Russ
a lot
don't
of
even
fasting.
believe in the most high. He
so
fucking
Trey,
hoes out here at
Trey,
random.
Trey. I already know where you going, nigga. So shut
the
the fuck up
the,
and
Yeah,
let me talk to
whatever,
this man
sir.
right
You
here.
going too.
Let me
What
the
talk to
other
this
only
man
sins do
right
thing
you
here.
commit daily?
Let me
the
talk to this
only
man right here.
the only
Yo,
thing that we
some
don't
things
have
you
all the
gotta yo.
answers for is the universe.
Let
You
me
know
let
what
me
I'm saying?
finish real
Like I
quick.
said, you're
Let
not
me
putting
finish real
everything
quick.
together.
And
Put
We don't
everything.
want to hear
let
you,
me tell
false
you this
prophet.
real quick.
We don't
Oh
want to
Lord.
hear you,
So
sir.
I ain't gotta worry about me not doing my due diligence. Listen, some things you gotta reach out for. You gotta pray and fast, seek his faith with a wholehearted mind, body, and soul. You know what I mean?
While
And then you
sinning.
probably get your answers from there. You know what I'm
While
saying?
sinning, though. While sinning, man. You got to keep sinning while you doing this.
Man, I barely sin at all. This is the dude that's still sinning, but he started jumping down my throat of what I'm trying to bring to his attention.
Nobody wants to hear
I'm
Russ.
I'm way more, you know what I'm saying, on a cool level,
He's a sinner.
chilling,
That's-
connected. You know what I'm saying? So
You out here sinning every day and you don't give a fuck. But you telling people they work you better off than them. That ain't right.
I'm more at peace with myself. You fired up. And it's like that. It's like that with a lot of religious people. They be fired up for no reason.
Yeah,
No, bro, you just said yourself.
Listen. I already know we're not going to come to agreement to this, so there's no point to be talking about this, man, because we're just going to argue about this.
No, ain't no ducking and running around me.
I'm going to do my thing.
Russ,
no ducking and running.
We have religious
I already know
conversations.
where you going, my nigga. Let me just do my thing, my nigga.
I'm cool with that, but the disconnect comes in when you constantly tell everybody you ain't got no relationship with the Most High and I'm better off than you. Like, nigga, that's some arrogant ass shit.
And
Especially when you know you sinning. Especially when you know you are sinning.
You just blatantly smeared and disrespected the Most High.
I did, but you told everybody else on the panel the same thing.
So
that's what I did. I'll admit I did that.
To talk about this, man.
I did that, but everybody else on the panel did not, and you gave them the same response. You said everybody ain't gonna make it into heaven. I got a better understanding with the most. You said this shit about everybody, not just me, my guy.
Bang. I love our group.
I'm cool where I'm going, but I'm saying you don't know what these guys believe in, and you just shitted on them. That could be Muslim, that could be the same shit that you are.
But that's my territory. I'm used to this because I combat these things, because usually I win. Because it ain't but so much you're going to keep saying before logic and common sense hit you off the things that you say.
Nigga, the Most High don't go through logic, my nigga.
You got too much. You got too much in you where they make it make sense to you.
You're relying on your own understanding to get some answers that man can't give you, my nigga.
We're using something in 2021 that was written
back in. Do you understand why we call God the Most
which
High?
Everything has different meanings.
Do you understand why we call him that, man?
Because somebody told you to call him that. Because somebody told you to call him that.
Huh?
Because somebody told you to call him that.
No,
God did not come personally to Russ and say, "My name is the Most High."
Revelation with the Most High.
So God came to you and said, "My name is the Most High, my nigga."
See, you
so
he
came to you and said, "My name is the Most High."
You're not even hearing what I'm telling you. I'm not going by what man is telling me, my nigga. I'm going by my personal
so answer the question then. Okay, so stop arguing and answer the question. The Most High came to you, rushed, and told you, "My name is the Most High."
You talking to him? Tell him he
owe
back child support.
The one I'm talking to the nigga. I'm talking to the nigga that got the personal relationship with the Most High.
Not in that sense, but he.
So you full of shit. I'm done. I'm out.
To me, not in that sense.
Nigga, he owe us back child support. You talk to him, man.
When you riding down there, nigga, don't say that nobody who didn't warn you what was going on, my nigga. Fuck out of here.
Let me know when I'm supposed to be scared of this mythical ass place. If you're not scared of it and you believe in it and you sin, I'm damn sure not gonna be scared of it. If you're not scared of it and you sin daily, you ain't scared of it.
We're not gonna come to an agreement, man.
I ain't trying to agree with you.
I'm not talking to you about religion ever again.
Stop banning me to hell, then. You the one keep banning me to hell. I ain't banned you nowhere.
You banning yourself, my man.
See you doing it. Well, you going to hell too because you're a sinner, sir. You break the commandments every fucking day.
I bring some hamburgers and hot dogs
every day willingly.
You blatantly say
and you blatantly commit sin every day.
Y'all gonna be the next door neighbors, man.
That's what you said, my nigga.
Having barbecues.
Hey, Trey had me down talking about we're gonna be there with crab legs.
We're gonna be down
I'm
there by
being thug.
himself.
Hey, I'm gonna be there with Pac and Biggie then. That's where the real part is. Like, I don't know what y'all gonna be doing up there. Well, wherever you think you going, but you're gonna be with us.
Yo,
Cause
man,
you see him every day.
don't listen to this nigga. Yo. He gonna lead y'all to damn nation,
I'm
man.
leading y'all
Don't
to
listen
where
to
the
this
party
nigga, yo.
is. All the cool kids in
They said
hell.
we're gonna be pulling up in the crowd, boy.
You guys, man.
We're gonna be down there like, Trey, where the hoes that you heard?
I was like, I don't mean to laugh, but that was funny though. I ain't lying. Man, y'all got me in tears. I had to get off the count because y'all had me in tears, bro.
I'm here Rush thinking about his lifestyle later. He like, Trey is right. I do sin like a motherfucker. How I know I'm going to heaven? That would be funny as shit if everybody up here you condemn is in heaven and you the one in hell. Be real fucked up, right? You have to wonder where you went wrong.
You sound ignorant right now, son.
On some Pastor Troy shit.
You blatantly just said F the Most High, my nigga. Like,
Yeah, I will say fuck the
there's
Most
no way
High,
getting
fuck
around that, my
Allah,
nigga.
fuck Yahshua, fuck all of them. They ain't real, my nigga. Not to me. Fuck them. Fuck Santa Claus. Fuck the Easter Bunny.
That's your
Who else you want me
prerogative,
to say
nigga.
fuck?
That's your prerogative, my nigga.
The
That's
Most High
you, my
knows
nigga.
my heart, nigga. He created me. He knew I was gonna say this shit. It's his fault. Fuck him. Just like he knew you was gonna be out here fucking hoes sinning every day, talking about he real, but sending other niggas to hell while you sinning. He knew you were gonna do that too. So I don't know how the fuck you get to be a hypocrite and still make it.
Yo, like I said, man, now everybody gonna make the cut, Trey.
Hey man, what you drinking on, Russ? What you drinking on, Russ?
Especially if they're gonna say F the Most High, my nigga.
Russ, what you drinking on?
That's on you, my nigga.
You saying fuck the Most High when you not listening to it and living by his words every day. You saying fuck him. You can't get around that, bro. You know better and you choosing not to obey. You know better and you're choosing not to obey.
You just blatantly said F the Most High. You
Sir,
don't believe
you're a Philistine.
So that's
you're
your
choosing not
prerogative,
to
my
obey.
nigga.
You Gentile,
that's
you.
on you, my nigga.
You Gentile.
You know what I'm saying? That's on you.
You're a Gentile, sir.
Yo, man, don't listen to the guy Trey, man. He gonna lead y'all to somewhere y'all don't want to be at, man. You heard?
We going to where the hoes at.
And apparently where the crab's legs at too.
They got mukbangs all through that bitch. You know, if you go to heaven, that's the white people part. Ain't no seasoning up there. You want seasoning, you gotta come down to the bottom.
See, that's where the confusion come in, nigga.
This nigga is arguing with me about an imaginary place. None of us have seen this shit, and he arguing with me about it. Nigga, you don't know what heaven or hell look like. You can't verify this shit exists, and you scared of it. But I forgot the Most High came to you and told you his name was the Most High, but not in them words, though, because God is a mysterious motherfucker. He can't just say, what's up, Rush? It's me.
Candyman, Candyman, Candyman.
Yeah, she does sound quoted Jeremiah to y'all, by the way.
Fuck Moses, fuck Jeremiah, fuck Isaiah, fuck Matthew, Mark, Luke, John,
you can write your own book in the Bible if you sit here and you keep continuously writing a diary about your life, and somebody find it 1,000 years later, they can say, well, you were speaking through God. Well, God was speaking through you.
The Bible is copywritten.
They haven't had anything to the Bible.
A diary book, a bunch of diaries of men and their emotions and what they were going through on this life. And we're taking it as something totally different.
What I always wondered is why there haven't been anyone else talking to God since.
I don't believe in Yeshua and all that. Why do you even entertain a debate or even talk about it? There's no reason, because y'all don't believe in it. But it's like you guys have so much hate towards this great book.
Because it got my family trapped. I'm breaking my family.
You don't believe in making hoes your baby mama, but you talk about it, nigga. That's why we talk about the Bible. Because it's entertaining.
You don't believe in making hoes your baby mama, but you talk about it. Same reason we talk about the Bible, even though we don't
I don't
believe
have
it.
I don't
It's
have
entertaining.
kids, Trey. Trey, I don't
Exactly.
have
And
kids.
you talk about baby mama
I'm
terrors. You talk
responsible.
about baby mama terrors, do you not? Even though you don't believe in having baby mama.
I don't have kids because I'm responsible, unlike you.
Sir, but the point is, you ask why we talk about it, nigga, because it's entertaining.
But
That's
if you
why
don't believe
you
in
ain't got
something,
no
why
baby
why even
mamas.
waste your time? Why even waste your time talking about it?
Why you
Okay,
don't
check
have
this.
baby mamas? You don't have baby mama terrorists. Why waste your time talking about it? You
All
ain't
right,
never been in love
let's
a
get
man.
real.
Because
Why
because
waste
Let's
your
get real
time
real
talking
quick.
about it?
All right.
because seeing a man getting played by a woman is another L.
And
You know what
that's
I mean?
and seeing niggas get played by the Bible and the Most High is another L to us. That's why we talk
Nah,
about it. Can you
you
respect?
Which
Can
call?
you
yo,
Which
respect
call?
it? We
you are
respect why you
something
do what
else,
you do.
man.
Can you
Urban
respect
You are
why we
something
do what we
else.
do?
urban therapist. Let's turn this up a
Yeah,
notch,
but
man. Let's turn this up a notch. Can you
man, we
agree?
already turned the fire up. Now we can
Which call?
get
No,
all in it.
but it ain't got no direction, man. We just messing around. But what you call it? You studied this, you know what I'm saying? You said you have many levels in this. Can
Uh-huh.
you agree that the Hebrews, the Old Testament, was written to control the population?
Nah.
I didn't ask
The
you.
Old
You
Testament.
talking about the Book of Torah? The Book of Torah was written.
Oh
The
Lord.
Book of
Hey,
Torah was
hey
written.
Rush, we're gonna
Let
need
me
you to be
finish.
quiet. You're not
Let
the
me finish,
expert.
my nigga.
He's the preacher, the
Let me
pastor, the
finish, my
minister.
nigga. Let me finish, my nigga. The Book of
and
Torah
I'm
was
not
written
and
by
I'm not
Moses.
asking it in which call. I'm
The Book
asking
of
it as
Torah
far
was
as I'm
written
trying
by
to know something.
The Book of Torah was written by Moses. The reason why it was written by Moses because a lot of niggas, even though certain laws was in front of them, they still wouldn't follow them
Sir,
because they wanted. They had
sir.
like niggas like they had niggas like Money Boy Trey thinking that they know everything and wanted to
So
do their own
Moses
thing.
wrote the shit that happened before he was even born. And he wrote the shit that happened after he died. And you believe this. You do realize he kept writing after he died, my nigga. How?
It looked like Moses was writing before the earth was here.
That's what I'm saying. He was
He
writing
got all
about
that.
everything
He got all
prior to
that
him being
information from the
born. He
divine
wrote
spirit,
about
man.
Abraham. He wrote about
He
the
got all that
flood. He
information
wrote
from
about
God's
everything.
divine spirit, bro.
and
Man, this
nobody
Bible
answers the
got
question.
niggas brainwashed like a motherfucker.
Which
Nah,
call?
nigga, I ain't brainwashed, my
All right.
nigga. You just
I
ignorant.
rush, chill, man. Can I get some
You
of the
just an
action,
ignorant
man?
nigga.
Can I get
I
some
mean,
of the action? I'm trying to find
you
something
running
out
out
here.
your mouth for something that you don't even know, nigga. You die right now, nigga, and them demons come put that work on you, nigga. You gonna be thinking twice before all this shit you talking about, nigga.
I'm really not. Again,
I nigga talk
Rush,
that shit, nigga.
I,
You
Rush,
I'm
talk
we
not.
that
not
shit.
acting
If
like
you
we know it
telling me,
all.
Wake
We
up
just
talking
in
to me
the
asking the
about
cell,
question.
nigga.
fictional
Wake up in
shit,
the
you've
CT
never
cell, the
seen a
blast
demon,
eating up
my
your
nigga.
organs, nigga.
You've never
Shit
seen a
grown back. You
demon
feeling
or
all that
hell.
pain, nigga. Skin
You don't
burning
know
off and that shit
this.
grown back,
You
nigga.
don't.
Wait until you get that.
Who have you
Wait
known
until
this
you get that work
happened
from Satan
to?
himself, my nigga. You
Who have
talking
you
real
known?
crazy
Who have
right
you
now,
known
my
to get
nigga.
that work? Who have you known to get
You
that
talking
work?
real crazy right
Who?
now.
Who have you known
Yo,
to get
forget
that
all
work?
that, nigga.
Just name one
That's not
person.
what you not.
Name one
You not
person.
subscribed to
Name
it,
one.
nigga. You
See,
not
you can't.
subscribed to it,
You can't.
nigga.
You religious niggas can't
You
give
not subscribed to
actual.
it. You not
You
subscribed to
can't
it,
give.
nigga.
You can't give
If
references,
you
my
not
nigga.
subscribed to it,
Give
you
me
not
a
subscribed
reference.
to it, nigga. You don't
Who
need to
then
argue with
got the
me.
demons in that work? Who then
You
got the
don't need to
demons in
argue
that
with me,
work that
my
you
nigga.
know of?
I'm
Who
good,
have
my
got
nigga. I'm
demons?
good.
Who
I'm
have
good, my
gotten?
nigga.
You the one upset. If you that good, why you worried about me getting demons in that work? You care more about it than me. I'm asking you, who do you know that have gotten demons in that work
Because
when they
because
died?
it's something called empathy, my nigga. You think I want to see you
Who
rot in hell,
who
my
have
nigga?
told you? Who
Stupid. You
told you
fucking
this?
stupid,
Just
nigga.
come back that you know and
That's why we
told.
can't find your words credible,
Exactly.
man, because you're not
Exactly. That's
delivering
all you
the
got
way
is
you
scripture.
should
You
be
have no
delivering. You
tangible
see
proof
how
in your
smooth I
real
am
life.
when I'm
Listen,
talking?
listen, listen.
You done
I'm
know
Yo,
saying
he
by
hundreds of
what
coming
I'm
off,
saying.
yo, he
motherfuckers.
coming off rude and disrespectful. I can come off rude and disrespectful too, nigga.
You know hundreds of niggas that have died. Nobody has came back and told you the shit you saying is real, my nigga. Nobody. Heaven or hell. Nobody has came and confirmed this to you. You just said the Most High didn't even talk to your black ass, but you convinced in him. He ain't even
Well,
talk to you
why he
directly.
gotta be black ass? Why he can't just talk to me
Cause
as a
I'm
man?
talking to him because you
You know
black.
what I mean?
Cause you black.
You
And I'm
crazy
talking
right now.
cause
You
he
talking
talk to the
reckless
white
right
people.
now, nigga.
Hey,
At least the white
that was
people
a
are
petty
lied and
move,
say he
You
man.
talked
talking
to him.
crazy
At
That's a
right
petty
least
now, my
move
nigga.
right
Moses lied
Don't
and
say
said
I
he
ain't warn
talked
you,
to him.
nigga. Don't say I ain't warn you, nigga.
Thank you for your warning. Thank you for the warning. But until you become perfect, I'm gonna expect to see you in hell with me, because nigga, you a hypocrite every day. You
I'm
believe
not
in the
gonna be
Most
down there
High,
with you,
yet
my
you
nigga.
break His
I'm
rules
good,
every day.
nigga.
You break
My
His
nigga, I'm
rules.
good, my
You
nigga.
judging people right now. That's a sin.
I'm good, my nigga.
All this
Nigga,
shit
I'm
you
not
talk
judging you,
about
nigga.
hoes, that's a
You
sin.
just said F
If
the
you
Most
drink,
High,
that's
nigga,
a
on a
sin.
podcast, my
If you
nigga.
smoke,
You
that's a
just said F the Most
sin.
High, my
If you
nigga.
gang bang, that's a sin.
I'm not
Premarital
a
sex
gangbang.
is
What
a
are you talking
sin.
about?
Burning these hoes' head up is a sin. These are things that you engage in every day, even though you know it's a sin. But you feel like you going to heaven. How arrogant,
Masturbation
my
is a
nigga.
sin. Y'all stop.
Oh, it's a whole bunch of shit he know he doing that's a sin, but it don't
I'm gonna let
matter
y'all
because
stop.
he feel like he
My
can
nigga,
break the
I'm
rules
not in
and
the
still go to
podcast
heaven.
saying F the
That's what
Most High, my
religion
nigga.
teaches you.
I'm
That's
not in
what
a
religion
podcast
teaches
saying
you.
F
Do what
the
the
Most
fuck
High.
you want. Say
He,
I'm
I'm
sorry
not
at the
in a
he
end.
forgives
Rush,
you.
podcast
I'd be
He
okay
telling
as
forgives
long
you.
as
everybody in the
guess
public
what, Rush?
F the Most High.
Guess what,
That's what
Rush?
you did, my
Even
nigga.
after
And
all
that's
this
something, yo, that's
blasphemy,
something that you
even
need to
after
repent on, my nigga. On some real shit.
Rush, check
That's
this
something
out,
that you need
Rush.
to repent on,
Rush,
my
I
nigga.
got you. Rush, I got you. But guess what, Rush? All this shit I'm saying today, before I take my last breath, I can repent to your Most High and still go to heaven. And you just told me I was going to hell, my nigga. Even though I can repent before I die. See how religion gets you caught up? But you just told me I was going to hell, but I can also repent and still go to heaven. But you know, you niggas know all of this shit.
They can tell us all this, but still can't give us the root of where it came from. They keep giving us these white folks' name when there's all this black history out here that tells you otherwise.
Yo, man, Milton, your problem is, man, you won't go directly to the source, my nigga.
That is
Stop
the
being
goddamn
scared, nigga.
source.
Go
It's
directly
nothing
to the
that it's
source.
nothing before him but
You
stone.
scared, my
Everything
nigga.
is written in
Go
stone.
ahead and
What
fast
the
and
heck is
pray
before the
and
stone?
ask the Most High these questions, my nigga. You said relying on man to give you the answer when man can't give you that answer, my nigga. You gotta highlight the Most High yourself, man.
I don't believe in magic tricks. You're gonna have to show me evidence.
Then that's
Hey,
your
write that line
prerogative,
down,
my
money boy.
nigga.
That shit hot.
That's your prerogative, my nigga. You know what I mean?
But I just see more evidence that brings that story to light, is what I'm trying to show you. The evidence is here to prove itself, but you're looking in the wrong directions.
Nah, nigga, you can't tell me what I'm doing wrong.
You
Can't tell me
understand
what
it.
I'm
You
doing wrong.
understand it without a real background, is
Nigga,
what I'm
you
trying to
told
say.
us what we doing wrong and said we don't got the understanding. How dare you?
You don't have to understand because you just blatantly said after Most High on the podcast, my nigga. So, what I'm supposed to think after that?
So that is you telling us we're wrong, but then you tell this man he can't tell you what the fuck he doing wrong. Do you see how hypocritical that is?
It's not hypocritical, nigga. I know what I'm doing, B. You know what I mean?
So you can tell us we wrong, but we can't tell you wrong. Nigga, that is actually the definition of being a hypocrite. If it's good for you, nigga, it's good for us.
Trey,
Do
you
unto
just
others, my
blatantly
nigga.
said
Do
F the
unto
Most High, my
others.
nigga. Hey, yo, we don't even need to be talking about religion, my nigga. You just do your thing and I'm gonna do my thing, man. You know what I mean?
I'm sure
You
the
don't even be
Most High
talking
would
about
not
this.
be happy with you saying my nigga so much. Ain't that a sin, my nigga?
Like I said, man, you do your thing, I'm gonna do my thing, man. Ain't no point to be talking about this because you're not subscribed to what I believe in. You know what I mean?
I mean, you
And
believe in
I
something
don't have
else.
to
I
be.
mean,
The
I
lovely
go
thing
outside.
about what Rush, not Rush, man. The lovely thing about what he subscribed to is as long as I repent before I die, I can be in heaven before him. So I'm good with it. You heard?
I just have a different
Chilling
understanding
with
of
the crab legs.
seeing God every day, and that's what I'm trying to put in his eyes. As far as you can walk out your door and see God, you ain't got to talk to him. You can basically you talking to yourself. The poem footprints or the thing footprints. You know what I'm saying? That been on your wall your whole life. You didn't realize that person was talking to themselves, their conscience. That's why when they turned around, there was only one set of footprints. You know what I'm saying? Nobody picked him up and carried him and stuff. Your thoughts carried you along the way because God is in your mind. He is your good and bad conscience. He's the one that give you thought. He's the one that helped you build everything around you out of thought. You built things in your image. Can I get a boom shakalaka? Now, if you can't see no clearer than that, bring God to earth. You know what I'm saying? You got to bring him down to earth. You can't keep him up there in heaven. You see God every day, the trees, the rabbits, the deers, and everything. That is an image of God's reflection. So I can't sit here and keep putting myself in a book that's giving me a bunch of Caucasians, Greeks, and Romans and stuff, knowing that I have an African culture that they stole it from, that's written in stone. These fools is on pamphlets and papers. We have those words in Hebrew in stone. So I think I do think I have a better understanding than you, because you leaving all this stuff out.
I doubt it, bro. I doubt it.
And I didn't have to yell to get that across. I waited till it was my turn.
Mad Milton said, I yield my time now.
But back to the question real quick. Back to the question. Did the Hebrews use that for mind control or population control, I would say, at that time frame of the writing of the Old Testament?
No, you
sir.
gotta ask you gotta
that's
ask the question all the way over again.
That's
So
just
I can understand what
information
you're saying,
out
Matt.
there. That was
Which
just
part?
information. That was just
Which part?
information out there for them to seek God's face and follow His rules. You know what I mean?
No,
And
because I'm trying to
in
draw
the
something
book
to
of
your
Torah,
attention.
the book of Torah was written by Moses because he was divinely influenced to write those first 5 of the books. You know what I mean? Now, if you don't believe in that, then you're not subscribed to my
So
religion.
who wrote the
and
Book of the Dead?
you're into something totally different. You know what I mean?
Who wrote the Book of the Dead?
You
The
talking about the
Egyptians.
Egyptians joint? That's the Egyptians joint. We don't subscribe to that, man.
How you not subscribe to that, but you got the
Because
Book of Life? You had to
because
get the Book of Life out of the
they
Book of Dead.
practice homosexuality over there, man. I'm not subscribed to that, man.
Are you good, money boy?
Sir, I hate to bust your bubble, but there are gay Hebrew Israelites as well. There are gay whatever religion you subscribe to. It exists in all of them.
That is a
I hate to
natural
bust your
thing
bubble.
of this planet. There's over 400 species that practice homosexuality on this planet, as far as in the animal kingdom. So, I mean, not saying that I got to subscribe or everybody else got to subscribe, but it is over 400 species that practice homosexuality
Man. You ask me a question, I answer your question.
within their species.
I'm not forcing you to believe what I believe in, man. If you don't rock with it, you don't rock with it, man. You know what I'm saying? I'm not gonna force you to believe in, nigga. I did my part. I gave you my perspective of it. I let you know what it is, man. I did my part. I'm good. You know what I mean?
But
we didn't get no part. All we heard was you.
Yeah, Rush. He was actually asking me that question though, but you was answering for me.
Oh, my bad. Sorry about that, man. Then you'll forget anything what I just said, man.
We've been trying to for the last 20 minutes, man, but you keep jumping in there trying to answer the question. but what I'm saying, if they use that for population control, as far as back then, you know what I'm saying, to get everybody up under one God, I would think, you know what I'm saying, for them to rewrite it, you know what I'm saying, the New Testament at the time frame of which it was written or rewritten, you know what I'm saying, and you know what I'm saying, brought out in the 1600s. How do we know that they didn't use this to control a newer generation? It was just being refreshed, which actually that's what a revise is. You know what I'm saying? It's been, yeah, by the way, how many times have a Bible been revised? So you mean to tell me I can't have my own rendition of it, but your way is right?
Everybody else have their own rendition of it. It been translated and transliterated on throughout the centuries, though.
I write my own
and
book.
That's documented. And then there's people who have their own Bible. I think who have their own Bible? I think Joel Osteen have his own Bible.
Man, did you see that fool's 200? What was it? $2 million car or something?
Oh yeah, I saw that.
I think that's how much it was. I don't want to over exaggerate the guy. Goddamn. What the hell? Well, God works in mysterious ways.
But now, back to your question though. I'm still trying to get an understanding of what you're asking, so I could answer it the best on my ability.
If they was using that to If they invented, you know what I'm saying, that form of religion as far as the Old Testament to control the population, then when they revised it, because it's been revised in between that too, because you got Islam and all that stuff in between.
Hmm.
You know what I'm saying? And then you got the marking of, you know what I'm saying, Jesus becoming the Son of God, the Council of Nicaea, you know what I'm saying?
Hmm.
Then we talking about Muslim, it's been revised. And then that next point was 1600s. You know what I'm
Hmm.
saying? As far as this New Testament. Now, did they use this to control the minds of this generation here? Not just saying us, but the previous ones. It's diluting us now and shit, as you see. It ain't as strong as it was in the 1718 in the 1900s. It's like it's wearing off and we asking questions.
Yeah. Well,
Yes, African
I'm
bambaatas. Yes. Yeah,
you
yes.
talking about it, but this is where I stand with this. First of all, I believe that if you are subscribing to the Bible and that's your religion, then part of it you seek the Bible for wisdom and understanding because that's what your religion is teaching you. But also, well, when you think about it on a spiritual level too, you also have to seek other sources as well, so you can get an understanding of what it's talking about. Just because you seek other sources, that doesn't mean that it's not that you're going to get your religion. Because I made this. I think I made this point too on you're in Rush. Well, we was having this discussion last time, but I
Mm,
referenced I had referenced Paul, and I said that Paul he had learned different type of religions for everybody, so he could relate to all of them. Not so he could go back and debate people and say that they right or wrong or they're going to hell, whatever. He did it so he could relate to it, see what exactly where people mindset is at, so he could be effective in his ministry. That's what he did. So he learned all that. He learned all kinds of stuff. He learned Gnosticism and everything, just so he could get an understanding where people mind is at, so he could go back and minister to them based on his belief or his religious belief. So I believe that if you're following that path with the Bible, I believe that that should be the same type of path that you have to follow as well, where you got to understand people. The only way you could quote unquote convert people is for you to understand what they believe in, even if they don't believe in nothing at all. You still have to want to go back and understand it and have an unbiased mindset while you're doing it. Now, where you have an unbiased mindset, that doesn't mean that you're becoming a hypocrite. You're not following your religious belief or anything like that, because you are already grounded and rooted in your belief. But all you're doing is gaining additional knowledge. That's to help you. And so if you go out and you know all these different things, then you be able to convert just that one person. That you did your job for it's your religion concern. You did your job. So yeah, that's what I'm saying about that. Let's put it out there.
the problem that I'm having is how we got our hands on this book. No matter what culture got it, you know what I'm saying? A lot of us was enslaved, no matter if you was an Israelite or what, you know what I'm saying, at one point in time. How did we get our hands on this book we got today? It's through a person that we usually call a devil. Why we call him a devil is because his actions across this planet, you know what I'm saying, to cultures, environment, so on. You know what I'm saying? Not just a devil as far as red guy in pajamas and a pitchfork. You know what I'm saying?
Well,
But
some
oh,
people.
don't interrupt. Right now, for us to get this book, he handed it to us. How do we know that the person who hated us so much is giving us the right, correct information for our spirit?
I
Look at
mean,
us
the
running
be
wild.
yeah, the be honest, and then after this you talk Rush, but to be honest with you, we really don't know. Um, that's the whole concept where Christians talk about having faith. You know what I'm saying? That their concept of having faith. We really don't know if wherever truth is put out there, it's the absolute truth or absolute fact, but we just go by, either the word of mouth, or we just go by the actual faith behind it. We just take as much parts to it as possible and apply it to our everyday life, and we be the one living an example or the living light. They just share it with others. That's basically what it is.
Now,
Yeah.
now, now, when you needed a pair of shoes coming up, my fault. I'm gonna let you go right here in a second. Now, when you needed shoes coming up, right, and your mom went up in the room and she prayed to God, you know what I'm saying, find a way to help you get these shoes. Did God help her, or did she come up with a system to get that money up to help you out? And that goes also with plumbing, your car repairs, food in the house, or anything. Did you yourself come up with that concept? Or did somebody talk to you while your eyes is closed and stuff and told somebody else to give you some money or something like that? Or did you go ask for the money yourself?
Oh, my bad. I was being quiet, so I was letting Rush talk. Then I answer after when Rush get to. Unless you want me to answer right now, Rush, then I'm fine with
Yeah,
that.
go ahead and answer, Mr. Urban Therapist.
Well,
Bang, bang. I got 2 this week. Yes, sir.
well, it's just like what Miss Whitney was saying in that concept, is that it was on the doctrination of the scriptures. It was just passed down from generation to generation. It was just pretty much a word of mouth type thing. So then it's kind of a two-edged sword, because first of all, we all know that when it got to American culture, we didn't have the type of Christianity religion only our slave masters did. So we only had to go by what the slave masters taught us with the scripture. But even then, prior for the slave masters, and even in the one Eastern culture, there was a little scripture that they had. Then also they did about word of mouth too for us with the generations, teaching them basic concepts and stuff, and teaching it over and over and over again. And that's how the documentation was spread it, throughout the land, and even
Well,
into American culture right now.
why do you think they leave out potato? I heard potato goes back, you know what I'm saying, towards the, you know what I'm saying, the beginning of the Nile, you know what I'm
Hmm.
saying, a certain time before even Egypt was even forming. They used this dude as far as giving him every year as far as an Emmy and an Oscar or whatever. I think it's Oscar.
Dude,
You
you
know what I'm
talking about
saying?
Moses?
No, I'm talking about Ptah, the god Ptah from the
Oh, okay.
what you call it? From the uh what's the name of that part of Africa? What they call it? That part of the valley or whatever. But you know what I'm saying? This is all this. I think that was there before they was even talking about Ra or anything like that. You know what I'm
Hmm.
saying? But they don't tell you nothing about him. They let you know about Ra and all that stuff, but they don't tell you about this dude that they use as an award every year. You know what I'm saying? Giving it to actors in the same image as this dude statue in Africa.
Hmm. Well, that's what I was telling y'all the last time we had this conversation, that um, regular pastors and stuff is not going to teach you that level of knowledge and understanding, because they only charge with the account of just teaching the basic synoptic gospel, and thus basically getting people saved and spreading it like that. But they go to when they go to seminary school or wherever type of school they do their training in. It teaches that they teach them about world religion and all the stuff. They're including all the different gods and stuff like that. So they know about it, but they just don't teach about it. Trust me, I know, because that's what they was teaching me. So I know about it. That's why when you mentioned about it, I knew what you was talking about.
Word, word, word. Yeah, I know you know. You know what I'm saying? I know you know a lot just by how you sit back when you talk. Like, yeah, he about to hit him with something. I see your body language. But no, that's the
Yeah,
only
yeah.
things that I be trying to bring to Rush, that it's a lot more evidence to complete the picture that you're looking at. where you can
Nah,
start to form your own picture as far as like what really happening, what the spirituality
what
really
you
is.
talking about? What you talking about doesn't mean anything. You know what I mean? Like,
Oh, not that's the
yo,
Israelite. That's the Israelite on culture too.
first of all, hold on. I'm about to break it down for you.
We all coming
First of
from the
all,
Nile valleys.
when
That's the
when
word I was looking for.
when Greece got the
The Nile
information
Valley.
from Africa,
Yeah,
when Greece got the information from Africa about the Holy Scriptures, they had a little translation. You know what I mean? By the time by the time Greece wanted to spread their word, it was it was translated two times different from two different languages. By the time it hit the Vulgate Latin language, that's when they started spreading the information. Now, when they started spreading the information because of what's his name? What's that king name, man? King James.
Which one?
Once he got his hands on that joint and translated from voting Latin language into English, that's when they got spread it out through all across the world. But before even that standpoint, they had a meeting with Constantine himself. Constantine didn't let certain books make it in the Bible because he wanted to keep it, kind of like PG-13 and have people just focus on, getting saved and all that good stuff or whatever.
but but
So the only abnormal book that made it onto that Bible was the book of Apocrypha. So once they packaged everything up, shipped it out, that's when everybody else in the whole world had the rest of the information on what the Holy Scriptures was. Now, from that standpoint, I was talking about from Africa into Greece, niggas knew a lot of those a lot of those biblical characters was black. But when Greece got their hands on it, they converted it. They converted the phenotype to look like them. You know what I mean?
I'm not going to give it to all black because I think it was more colors than just black here at a certain time frame. I believe it was more greenish looking. I believe it was more bluish looking people here. And I'm talking about of a tone of black, a blackish green, a blackish blue, like they gave off a different hue. Damn, that rhymes too. But which go? That's what I'm saying. And I believe that this dark skin here survived through the time. You know what I'm saying? So over what I'm saying is people been thinking this ever since we can think. You know what I'm saying? Where we came from, things like that. And most of that came from the knowledge of the sun. The sun told you everything because it was doing everything for you. No matter what time it was growing your food, it was got there going give you what you need, daylight or whatever. You know what I'm saying? Astronomical knowledge. You know what I'm saying? It was doing a lot. So they looked to that as a god. So it's like it's too much time frame from where you're talking about. It's too much time before that just for me to be satisfied from what I'm hearing from 325 or even the Old Testament. We still
Well,
have
whether
too much even time here.
Well, whether be honest with you, I'm at they do teach also that that there's other spirituality that predated even before the thought of Christianity, before they even thought the concept of a Bible or anything, and they also do teach that that the actual original scriptures of the Bible they come from various versions of that spirituality in Christian,
Which
and
called
then they just formulate it into scriptures.
the thing I noticed when you start tracing back a lot of these religions, they go back to the source like a migration pattern at certain times.
The
You,
reason why there's a migration pattern is because one, the chosen people of God were melanated people. So therefore, the
no,
children
that's
of
not what I'm.
Israel never
That's
had
not what I'm
land.
saying.
They
That's
never
not.
had land. So
That's not what
therefore,
I'm saying.
they were forced to move out to certain locations where they try to carry their traditions, but overall they got diminished because when you're conquered by another group of people, you also have to follow by their rules, worship their God, and speak their language.
You're absolutely right, but that's not the direction I was going. It can be less of a way a little further back of as far as groups migrating because of just relocating. not because they was forced to anything like that. It's because they was exploring. And if they left at a certain time from the source, they only have a source of the information of that religion, which transformed into something else as they evolved wherever they went. You know what I'm saying? That's how you get all these different sections. You know what I'm saying? You get the Asian version and shit, and what's that? Whatever that thing is with the many arms or whatever. They're going. You start to go more Asian. You see Buddha. You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
They're going. All these people. You know what I'm saying? Look at the time frame of when this thing was established and what tribes made these people. Where did they come from through the evolution? As far
Yeah,
as
but
we
a
know what the
lot of the
main
shit you're
source is.
talking about, they're just deities, man. They're not the
But
God of
they
Jacob.
deities that was made off the main source of the knowledge that they had from at that time frame they left.
Yeah, but
Time of information
it
wasn't
doesn't mean
traveling
that
like
he's
that. So
God
if you
himself,
left
my
at a
nigga.
certain time, that's all you got to evolve with.
You understand that there's also fallen angels that these niggas worship that you're not even aware of, like the
And this nigga went young Pharaoh
like the
once.
goddess of Sheba. The goddess of Sheba is the goddess of Sheba.
Mhm.
A lot of physicists worship this god because it's a god of destruction. You know what I mean?
But a fallen angel could mean, because I'm saying that God is your brain, because that's the only God within you that gives you thought, gives you feeling and everything. You know what I'm saying? So if you have a fallen angel can mean, if he's creating destruction or is responsible for destruction, that means he's just a bad man himself. That don't mean he actually fell down from heaven. As far as how you trying to put it, that's what I'm saying. We're taking a lot of these things out of content.
Nah, see, you don't understand.
If
Like for
if you
example,
consider
right
the
now, I'm
angel
about to break
and
this
you're
down. I'm
doing
about to
bad
break this
things, you're
down.
falling.
Let me break this down real quick, Matt
Yeah.
Militant. You know what I mean? The Egyptians, they worship a god called Aru, right? Aru derives from the word of hold on. Anunnaki, Anu. They worship a god called Anu, and that word derives from the word Anunnaki. Anunnaki is one of the, it's equivalent to the descendants of the fallen angels, my nigga. And they worship a goddess that comes from the sky called Anu. So how do you explain that?
These are all humans, just like Amen was. These are all humans. You know what I'm saying? That's, you know what I'm saying? We taking the word fallen out of content. I think I'm choosing the right word.
Nah,
One of these
nah,
words we're
nah.
taking out of content, and we getting a
You
different
just, you
image
just,
of what they're saying.
you,
Because
you
fallen
just,
to me at this
you
point
just a
means, you
hater,
know what
my
I'm
nigga.
saying,
You just hating on the
you're not
religion.
living up.
You just hating
I
on
can call
Christianity. You
if
don't
if
subscribe to it, and I respect that.
if
You know what I mean?
money
But
if money if money
don't
just said,
spread this
hear
propaganda
me,
like you know
hear,
something, my nigga,
hear
because you
me out.
don't know nothing.
He is
You
hard
know
to
what I mean?
teach something to. What I'm saying is, what Money Boy just told you, we can call you a fallen angel if you consider yourself something else and you doing the actions that you're doing. You're a fallen angel.
That's
That don't mean
stupidity.
that you got thrown out
That's
of a
equivalent.
damn
Yo, what you
a damn
talking about
plane.
right now is
All right,
equivalent to a cocksucker saying that he's a woman. There's no
how did you get that from that?
authenticity with that, my nigga. Come on, my nigga.
Urban, am I speaking foreign language, or am I trying to just simplify it for him?
Um, you're doing a good job of simplifying it, but the only thing the okay, all right, Rush. I I get everything that you're saying. Everything you're saying,
I
I
mean,
know about it.
I could be wrong.
100%. Yeah, 100%. But all right, let me take you back to um the Christian religion that you believe in, right? Now, if you believe that the word of God is inspiring and everything, and you also believe that the word of God, it's no debate. I mean, not debate. I'm sorry. You don't have to defend the word of God. You know what I'm saying? Because it is what it is according to your faith. So if you know that, then you wouldn't have to defend it. You don't have to get upset if people say that they believe in
I'm
God or
not
they don't
upset.
believe in God.
I'm just having a
Or
debate.
oh yeah, it's cool. But yeah, any of them different things like that. You don't have to do all that and stuff. You know what I'm saying? Because you're already rooted in your faith. But what I have noticed is that I had noticed on throughout my experience is that whenever people try to defend their faith and defend it hard, then some people they use the wrong verbatim where it seemed like they're more attacking the people than try to teach them. Through my experience, that teaches me that person's really not fully grounded and rooted in their belief like they say they are. Because if you are, then it wouldn't even require all that. You'll be calm, collected. You say what you got to say. You quote scriptures you got to quote and stay firm on it. That's it. And whatever they got to say is not going to bother you because you're grounded and rooted. It's not going to. You be chilling with it. In other words, that's what I'm saying. Rush, you there?
Yeah, I'm here.
Oh yeah, my
We
bad,
got
bro.
you, homie, man. Calm down, man.
Yeah, then also look at it from this perspective too, Rush. Look at it from this perspective that different things that like I'm saying, or even Mad Meal to say, or even when Money Boy Trading was up here stuff too. Look at it like this. Look at it as a teachable moment where you just learn it from different perspectives, like where people's mind is at, where their mentality is at, and where they believe at. And then when you know that, it will help you stronger into your belief.
Yeah,
Into
bro.
what you believe. It'll make you stronger into your belief because now you understand where everybody's at. Then you could formulate your faith. You could formulate your faith with that and stuff and be like, okay, they saying this and that and that. All right, let me be the light, and I'm gonna want to show them a different way for us how I believe in, and I'm sure this way. Then if I show them this way, then I could undoubtedly prove it to them. Then it's their choice of whether they believe in it or not. Do you understand what I'm saying?
I got you, Mr. Urban Therapist.
That's how I got where I got, man. You know how good it feels, man, to walk outside, man, and just know you smelling God. You can see God and all this because just of my understanding of who I think God is or what God is.
Oh,
You know what I'm saying?
oh, yeah, that's what I was gonna say too. You now, Matt, you was mentioning about the different guys in Rush. Y'all both were mentioning this too. Now through my study, I had learned the different levels of the different deities that, as you were saying. I had learned that in reality they really are the attributes of the Most High God, but it has been interpreted by different people or different tribes and stuff. But the confusion start happening is when people start turning into doctrine or turn into like scripture and stuff and start saying like, well, my one, my God got 8 arms and all this stuff that I got 8 arms. I got look like Santa Claus, or I got look like this and look like that, and that's where the confusion start coming. But they never look at the actual attributes of each God that they're talking about in question. Like say for example, the one who's that? The Greek god, that's Zeus, right? Um, Zeus had the same attributes of the Most High God for us, the behavior and the attributes of the Most High God, just like other gods too, just like the Hindu God. There's a certain attributes based on the personality of the Most High God, but it's that's been interpreted like that. Even with the Egyptians gods and stuff, it's the same thing. They no man really couldn't grasp the full understanding of the Most High God. So the best way that they can get a basic understanding of the Most High God is by them relating God with everyday, which is nature, relating God with nature. So that's what they started doing, relating God with different natural stuff like the wind, the sky, and these different type of elements dealing with nature and stuff. So that's the closest way they could relate to God. That's when
Yeah,
they started
but
learning about
but
astrology
Wicca,
and all this other
that's
stuff
a
too.
part of Wicca's religion too. You know what I mean,
Yeah, it is. It is absolutely true.
But
It,
now that Urban is talking though, I can see it like this. If which call if we want to find God, we all have to unite as one. But if they know that, because they don't really want you to find God, because if you're finding God and everybody's uniting, you're gonna find it within yourself. You know what I'm saying? As far as you, the things that you're doing on a daily basis, you know what I'm saying? How you treating people, your actions, and all kind of stuff. You know what I'm saying? They don't want us to be that way, so they constantly keeping us split up into different denominations and going at war with each other.
yeah. Then me personally, the only way I know how to combat that is, first of all, I had to deal with myself personally, where um I gained a lot of wisdom and knowledge and understanding. It came to the conclusion that at the end of the day, we are really talking about the same thing, but
Yeah,
it is translated differently. It's Rush. It's like similar to the story about the where when I was building up the Tower of Babel, and then all of a sudden they was getting ready to get to the heavens. Then all of a sudden God gave them the spirit, and they started having the different languages and stuff to want to confuse them or whatever, so they could stop building the Tower
But
of
here's the
Babel. It's
thing.
kind of
Here's the
similar
thing.
to
Hold
that.
on. Let me interject real quick. The reason why God did what He did, first of all, Nimrod, Nimrod, Nimrod was considered a mighty hunter, right?
Uh
Um,
huh.
when you translate the word mighty, you can translate it through the Greek word called gabor, right? Gabor means like huge. So therefore, they was breaking down his phenotype, saying that he was a Nephilim. You know what I mean?
Yeah, yeah. That
So
basically he
therefore,
he
this
was on the
Nephilim,
level of Most High God.
right, right. So this Nephilim, right, was the first Antichrist. His main agenda was to link up everybody together and have one religion and build this Tower of Babel that would take them up to the heavens. You know what I mean? Obviously, the Most High didn't like that. He destroyed the Tower of
kick it off.
Babel and made sure that everybody else spoke different languages so they couldn't understand each other. Because why? They thought they could make it to the heavens without the Most High himself, and which was completely false.
Have you read the account of the story? And I think it's in the book of Jasar. Have you read the account of the story in the book of Jasar?
Nah,
I
I
think it's
haven't
in
read
the.
that.
I think it's either in the book of Jasar or Enoch, one of them. But it tells kind of that story based on what you're saying, but it goes more in detail.
Yeah, I mean, like I said, man, a lot of books didn't make the cut because, you know what I mean? Uh, what's his name? Constantine didn't want all those scriptures in there because he wanted to he wanted to just focus on the basics. You know what I mean?
Hmm. Yeah, but yeah, that's I mean that's where I'm at right now. That I done learned a lot, I learned a whole lot and gained a whole lot of wisdom based on religion. Because I used to be dogmatic with religion. I really did, but now I just evolved from all that. Now my understanding now is that everything that people is believe in, what they're saying at the end of the day, I know that it all mean the same thing. It all leaning back to the ultimate source, which is the
I I,
creator, or you call
I
him Most
doubt
High.
it. You know what I mean? Because you got different deities that does not subscribe to the laws of Yah. You know what I mean? You got Yah, and then you got all these other deities, man. You know what I mean?
Hmm.
Or,
So
or
it's not
maybe
the
the,
same.
or maybe when you find the real God within you, you know that something has been tampered with.
Yep, oh, let me ask both of y'all this. Do y'all believe that that God, or the universe God, or the God within us um have emotions, like you be happy, you be sad, you be mad, or you be jealous and all
Yeah,
the stuff? Do y'all believe that?
I mean, we was born in rage. Everything was born in rage, from the universe exploding to this planet forming from you know what I'm saying, from dust, fire, and all that, and to you know what I'm saying, to you getting pushed out of vagina. That's not a you know what I'm saying, what you call it, that's a rough path there. You know what I'm saying, for especially for the person doing it. So
I
yeah,
mean,
that's
yeah,
it's violent.
I believe the Most High got emotions, man, but he's not subservient to his emotions. Every move that he makes is righteous. That's why he's considered to be a righteous God.
Hmm. Yeah, so since if that's untrue, even based on y'all understanding of what you believe in, there is it possible then that as you say these different deities carry the same attribute of the creator, but it has been translated into translated, or the understanding is just been translated by different cultures, but it still mean the same thing.
Yeah, translated by different cultures, most definitely. Yeah, because it's nothing new under the sun when it comes to man. Emotions, you know what I'm saying, events. Everybody might not feel all these things throughout their lifetime, but still there's experiences with other people that's going through things other people is going through, no matter if they're across the world or right beside them. So I mean,
Yo, shout out to Ann, man. She's on point like a schoolboy with these scriptures. Like,
man, she
Yeah,
got
yeah,
Alexa on printer or something. I don't know what
yeah,
bullshit
she
type.
sure do. She like, hold up,
shout out to
let
her,
me
man.
copy and paste it. Let me go. Yeah, I had to stop posting on her because she take up the whole entire screen with the
Man, yo,
scripts.
let her
But it's
take
all
up
right,
the
you
screen,
know.
man. She's spreading the truth out here, man. It's a woman of God
Well,
right here. You heard?
I mean, it's all good. I ain't tripping.
What we're really trying to say is when you take those verses, I see that you do homework. All you got to do is just expand it a little bit more, expand that homework a little bit more. You start to see a whole lot bigger picture, to where everything is just going to start falling in place as you read it again. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying? I mean, you're going to see a different picture.
Listen, man. Like, yo, if and this is not towards just mad militant. This is like towards everybody who is reading this book. Like, if you're looking for answers, man, and you're just reading the book, you're just reading good literature. You also need the divine spirit to help you break down these these words that come from this book, man. And you're just not gonna get it from your own understanding. You know what I mean?
And be around the people that tell you, hell no, when you say something crazy.
well, I mean, to be honest with you on that, I do agree with Rush on that. That whenever you read them, these books for inspiration, that they do have to come from within as well. I don't agree with the part that you have to seek other men to figure out what it's talking about, because we all in the same boat. Because at the end of the day, we really don't know. We just
Which
go by
part?
truth, but we
I
don't go
put it
by facts.
I put it like this. I left religion when I was 15, 16. I refound it with a better understanding in my 30s by going through history. You know what I'm saying? It found me, you know what I'm saying? But you know what I'm saying? I would say it that way. It found me in my 30s, you know what I'm saying, with a better understanding of what I truly didn't get a grasp of in my teenage years, because of the things that I was seeing, how people was acting in the church. It wasn't living up to what the book was saying. You know what I'm saying? Including all the running around and acting like you damn possessed and stuff like that. When you in a Southern Baptist church, you know what I'm saying, Pentecostal, eh, shit crazy. But it's like the things that they were doing mentally didn't make sense to me, and it made me feel uncomfortable. That's when I knew it was something wrong. It felt like it was something wrong to me. You know what I'm saying? So I stepped back and actually put it on the back burner, and it came back in my 30s to and it found me while I'm looking through history, that I really wasn't looking for religion, but the things that I knew from the Bible and the things that I was seeing in history, you could actually start to link together and start to build it coming back forward and seeing what really happened, to understand the story a lot more. And you could probably add a lot more to it. You know what I'm saying?
Yep, this is pretty interesting.
Yo,
Say,
under
Rush.
that, but also, my bad, my bad. What you about to say?
No, I was gonna ask you, how much knowledge do you know about know about other religions other than what you subscribe to?
Yo, I'm familiar with the Quran. I'm familiar with, the whole movement of the 5%ers. You know what I mean? With the whole
Hmm.
Yaku situation and you know all of that. You know what I mean? Like I'm familiar with different joints, but that's not what makes me believe in Yah. What makes me believe in Yah is my personal experience that I went through in life with him. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
If y'all don't have a personal relationship with him, then y'all ain't gonna feel where I'm coming from. You know what I mean?
Mine is personal because I didn't have to go to the book for any of that stuff I just said, as far as trying to pull up a source or anything like that.
Yeah, then also mine's is personal through and everything I done been through. Then I wanted to find answers so I could be the better, well, be the best version of
Well, let me
myself.
ask you
So
this. Let me ask you this. How many demons you cast out?
for me, throughout my
Yeah,
lifetime,
yeah.
oh man, I cast out a lot of unclean spirits, bro.
Hell yeah, boy! I was that nigga on the block.
So yo,
Boy,
you
I was
so
that
you
nigga
supposed
on
to
the
be on
block. Yes,
yo,
sir.
you supposed to
I'm
be
the
on
cable
my
outside.
side, rooting on my side then.
Well, tell my for us Christianity or
Not
relationship with the Most
Christian.
High.
Well, not just that, but yo, the who is the true God, my nigga? If you
Yeah,
experience
I
that
mean,
in your lifetime,
I
then
mean,
yo,
that's
you have a
Russia,
duty. You got a duty to share who the real God is, my nigga.
and that's exactly what I'm doing. That's exactly what I'm doing, Rush. Now, at one time, have I ever said at one time that you was wrong for your belief in the Most High God?
Nah, but you kind of taking the back seat of it, man. You know what I mean?
No, I'm not.
You
No,
you
I'm not. Not
you
at
kind of
all.
neutral about it. You neutral about it, which I understand why you doing that. You know what I mean? But
Yeah.
you know what I'm saying? I mean, if you experience that, man, it's within your duty to help your man's out, man. You know what I mean?
Hmm. Yeah. I mean, yeah. Absolutely, I agree with you, and believe me, that's the reason why I'm doing it now. But I'm not going to go by the duty of helping people out by blatantly going out and said what I believe in is the one supreme thought process or the supreme belief in your belief is obsolete. I'm not going to do that to
Nah, but
people
yo,
because
yo,
that's
if they
that's
blatantly,
wrong.
if they blatant urban therapists, if they blatantly say "f the Most High," then
Then let
shouldn't
them.
you have some type of pride for your God? Shouldn't you have some type
Nope.
of pride for your God?
No, that's the same equivalent if they say F me. If they say F me, I don't care. It ain't gonna hurt my feelings. It's most
Nah,
definitely ain't hurting the
nah.
most
I'm
high
I'm
feeling.
I'm,
The
I'm
most
cut
high
from a
God
different
didn't
cloth,
get out
man.
of
I'm
the
cut from a
most high
different
God did
cloth.
not get out of his seat in heaven said he said, what? Oh no, I'm coming down here right now. you know, because you also got to understand that people on different levels of their life and stuff too with their life experiences with God. So you have to take that into consideration.
Yo, listen. I do. You know what I mean? That's why I never trip when people be like, "Yo, I don't believe in God." I'm like, then it's not your time yet to know who He is. Then, but when you
Have,
just
Mhm.
blatantly say, "Yo, f the Most High," that it
Yeah,
changed.
what you go?
That
What you go?
that
yeah,
vibe, that frequency changed dramatically, man.
I
You
mean,
know what
I
I mean?
mean,
yeah,
I mean,
yeah,
I
and that's
sort of.
and that's yeah, and
I,
that's based on because you allow that energy to enter into your spirit into your space. That's why. That's the only reason why that words have had that power to you because you allow it to have power on you. You
Nah, man.
allow that.
I just
You
got
you
pride
you
for
made
my
that
Most High,
choice.
man.
your
I just got
foundation
pride
weak,
for him.
man.
Just like how Paul got pride for him, I got pride for him too, man. You can't be talking reckless about it around me like that, and me sit there and not say
Yeah.
nothing about it. Come on, man. Yo, what if your wife was at a location and some rich people was just throwing up dirt in your name and your wife didn't stand up and say anything for you? Wouldn't you feel some type of way towards your wife, man? Like, yo, man, you should have let him know. Like, yo, nah.
First of all, she has to worry about her safety first. If I'm not there to protect her. The best thing for her to do is escape and get the information back to me. If that's possible. But if she can make a stand, make her stand.
You're dismissing what I'm trying to explain, man. But whatever. It's like this, man. Like, yo, if you got a child, right? You raise your child, you do everything for your child, right? And he's at a location where everybody's talking bad about his father. You're gonna expect that young man to defend your name and your honor, straight up.
No, because at the end of the day, all they're doing is saying words, and that's it. The only way words could affect a person if you give it power to affect you, and that's what I'm telling you. People will say something.
Let me ask you a question. Let me ask you another
all
question.
day long to a person.
Hold on. Let me ask you another question, Mr. Urban Therapist. At the location you work at, right? Do you work with predominantly white people or black people?
We diverse.
Diverse in what? Hispanic, whites, white people.
Every race.
All right. Let's just say you work in a predominantly white area, right?
Mm-hmm.
And you're interacting with a lot of Caucasian people, right? And this paycheck helps you take care of your family, your wife, and all that, right?
Mm-hmm.
And let's just say you are frustrated, right? And you blurt out the word, "Man, I can't stand these crackers." Now, do you think the white niggas gonna be like, "Oh man, you know what? He was just mad. Words is just words." You might get fired behind that shit.
Well, that goes back to my rebuttal on that. That depends on the person. If they give that word power, it is going to manifest into what it is.
I get what
it's their choice. They're making that choice.
I get it.
They're making that choice.
You're not down for the cause. If niggas talking reckless about your God, you're not gonna intervene because that's just you.
See, when you're a follower, you like people following.
Anybody gonna talk reckless, man? I'm gonna have a rebuttal for them. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, which the rebuttal is fine. There ain't nothing wrong with having your rebuttal or speaking your truth about your faith. There's nothing wrong with that. But the point that I'm making to you, Rush, is that the words that people speak, even if it be negative words, you have the choice to either let it affect your energy or not, as you stated. You have the choice to do that.
Just like if you was on the street and I was sprinting on you.
Yeah, people could say whatever they want to say, even about me. People say that I'm ugly, I can't talk, or whatever they want to say. That's fine, but I'm not going to give them that energy to like, oh man, you said this. Oh, I'm mad now. I'm not going to do that because I know at the end of the day it's not true. But that's their personal perception. That's their personal truth. Same thing with the Most High God. One saying F the Most High God, and also that's their personal truth. I'm not gonna get mad because I know it's not true. So why? Why get upset about it?
That's just straight up disrespect.
Hey, grab my comment out of YouTube and post that up. That dude there, Ray Higgins, that is one of the best teachers on religion as far as all denominations. This dude, he's a doctor in this shit. He's a former pastor. As far as the stuff that he breaks down to you of complete understanding is ridiculous. I mean, this dude is the truth.
Yeah, Ray Higgins, he does that in what's that dude? He on dang. I don't forgot that dude, just that name, just that fast. Dang. But he on Facebook.
I haven't seen him
Kevin
in a while.
Wisely. Kevin Wisely.
Yeah.
Yeah, he used to be a pastor too.
But Ray Higgins,
but he's doing this poly thing now.
And you be sitting here for days and days and days going to church listening to him on some real teaching.
Yep. But yeah, yeah. I mean, that's where I stand with that, Rush. Yeah, because they at the end of the day, it just that all that is just words. People just saying stuff, but
Yeah, I
it
mean,
it doesn't harm me or nothing like that because
it's
I
just
don't
crazy
allow it
to
to
me.
harm me.
It's just crazy to me, man. We always end up talking about religion, yo.
I
The
was just
subject
looking
I
at
matter
the
is
know at
title
the
love.
end of
thinking
the
that.
thing.
Yo, that's crazy, man. We always end up talking about religion. We was talking about Simone, man, how much of a loser she was, and then now we
You
talking
got
about this.
I think it turned when I
Hmm.
was like when I was talking about the spirit that they was trying to pull from us as far as losing these Olympics. What they trying to
Hmm.
do to the country spirit. You know what I'm saying? I think it started turning at that point. I think I went too deep. But I
Yep,
just
that's true.
I just look at things, you know what I'm saying, with an open eyes as far as what I know in myself, you know what I'm saying,
Yeah,
and
I
how I'm
mean, this
seeing it.
definitely makes us look weak, man. You know what I mean, this will definitely give the gaslight for other countries to come bang on us.
Oh,
Like,
they
yo,
ready. They ready too.
yeah, I
Be
mean,
on the
these niggas is
lookout.
pussy. They
I
can't
think
even
they
win.
Yeah,
They can't even
but
win a gymnastic team.
I think they're gonna
These
invade
niggas is
yeah.
Taiwan
pussy.
right after the Olympics.
Hey, shout out to the chat. Yeah, Miss Whitney
Uh,
and Miss Ann, they be hitting us up with all the scripture. They gonna end up having the whole Old and New Testament in the chat in a little bit.
yeah,
Yo,
Putting
but
all the
yo,
scriptures in
salute
here.
to y'all.
man,
But yeah,
oh,
shout out
Man.
to that. Well, I'm not making fun of y'all. It's cool. I'm glad y'all participate.
man, we need y'all
Salute
to
to
come over to YouTube.
salute to and Georgia
Hmm.
Watkins, man. Salute to you, man.
Mark
Word up.
Zuckerberg helped put us back in slavery. Stop supporting Facebook. Come over to YouTube. They didn't do no better, but you get more freedom over here. But
Yeah, a little bit more, a little bit
And
more.
salute to Whitney's too, cause she got my scriptures up there too. So salute to Whitney
Now,
too.
now, bro, Whitney was down for you, bro. She was defending you in the chat. Oh yeah,
Oh
go
yeah?
come.
yeah,
I have
yes, she was.
I have a YouTube page, Miss Ann. It's
She
the
was throwing
official
it
Urban
up.
Therapist. I'm actually live on YouTube right now. I'm live on both Facebook and YouTube.
And
Yeah,
truthfully,
Miss
I
Georgia,
you know
she
what I'm
over
saying.
there. But
I like the extra knowledge and stuff. You know what I'm saying. It makes the conversation a lot better. You learn a
yeah,
lot more and stuff. You know.
but yeah, Miss Whitney, she was down for you, Russ. She was down for you. Even when you and Moneyboy was having that debate, she was down for you, bro.
The thing
She was
is,
quoting scriptures and everything.
can the ladies get down with barbershop style talking though? Because
I know,
because
right?
because because if you say something, boy, you're gonna get that. Oh hell no, fuck that. But you can't take it personal. You know what I'm saying? You can't be taking it personal, man. It's just how we talk. You know.
Hmm. Yep, it is what it is. And that's another thing too. I'm glad Matt mentioned that too. At the end of the day, you just can't take stuff personal because it's just not that serious.
I mean, have emotion
It
about
just
it, man, but don't be wrapped into it the way it's going to destroy the conversation. You know what I'm saying?
hmm
Make it good. Be sarcastic with it. You know what I'm saying? That's another thing I learned. You know what I'm saying? When I don't agree with Rush and stuff, he making that stuff. You notice I make little sarcastic little jokes and stuff to enlighten it. But I'm like, man, what the hell are you saying? You know what I'm saying?
hmm
Like,
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean,
that's still
yeah,
my
like I don't
homeboy and shit. I don't
like
want to be disrespecting him like that. You know what I'm saying?
yeah, I mean like yo, I'll never have a problem with you, like I know what it is. You have your thoughts of certain things, and I have my thoughts of certain things. And as adults, we can come to an agreement now. But through a middle of a conversation, if you're gonna just say blatantly, just say "f the Most High," that kind of like it shifts the energy.
You
You know
know,
what
That
I'm
dude
saying?
is
Like,
just tricking
you,
on that
what I
boy.
mean? It just shifts
you
the energy, man.
man,
It's just not a good
how many conversations we
conversation
don't have
after
with
that,
Money
man.
Boy? Now he clickbait. You know daggone well he said that to just to get things really going.
Yeah, but yo,
He
that's
threw you off your square and
yo,
it
but
worked.
hold on, man. Hold Yo, that is not cool. You know what I mean? Yo, you can't be on a podcast saying something like that. I mean, yo, yeah, you mean
Which
you
one?
have your perspective or whatever,
He did
and
that to
you
me the
don't
last
believe
time.
in it. All right, cool. You don't believe in it, but to blatantly diss another man's God like that, man. Like, yo,
Which
that's
cause
it's wrong.
he did
You know
me
what I
like
mean?
that the last time we was up here, man. It threw me a cash app right afterwards. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
we home
that's money,
shit,
boy.
man. But we got people watching, and this is entertainment. We YouTubing. This is our tube. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying? We
with
talking.
just
We got to keep it hood as far as much as possible to get the attention of the hood people, but we still got to drop good information. You
yeah,
know what
for
I'm saying?
real.
Because that's how it is
Just
when we talking to our people out there. Man, fuck that
yep,
shit. Fuck
just
that. You know what I'm saying?
at the
So,
end of the day, yeah, at the end of the day, he said we just hear the pod. We just hear the
yeah, buddy.
pod.
Yeah, I mean, I guess, man. No, and yo, no ill feelings towards Trey, you know.
Oh,
So, you
no.
know, but it's just like I think he kind of went too far saying that though.
He'll hit you on the rebound, man. He'll hit you on the rebound. Don't feed into that. But, man, we are on. We trying to build a network, man. And right now, we got a nice little route going. You know what I'm saying? Everybody can mingle off each other and shit. We ain't got to worry about that outside beef and shit. People pulling up on each other and stuff like that. If we gonna bang on some shit, we gonna bang on some real topics.
Yeah, yeah.
Hmm.
I mean, like I'm not gonna feel mad to the point where I want to physically harm Moneyboy Trey.
Come
You know.
outside, man. Come outside, nigga. We gang banging, nigga. Come outside.
You call the Most High guy want F the Most High. Come on, come on. That'd be
Like, don't
crazy,
get me
bro.
going.
That'd be crazy to pull up on somebody just because of that.
Like, what happened to that smooth talking dude? That shit. Well, showing that split personality. But shit. Yeah, man. Oh shit, it's going down over in our sector, man. This chick on a tour, man. She got them pulling up in people's city, telling them to come outside. It's crazy, boy. It's entertaining, but shit, hiding away from that over here in this little sector we built. Hey, somebody gonna get investigated. I'm out
Yeah.
here. And God told me to get the hell up out of there. Like, this is not the place for me. I'm out. Common sense.
And your urban therapist.
You on mute for a minute. But shoot, while he on mute and stuff, I'm gonna give a what's called shout out my channel. You can find me at Mad Militant News. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna be bringing real topics as far as live breaking news as they come, and I'm gonna try to get on a nightly news special like 2-3 o'clock in the morning with just a collage of news that I grab throughout the day that might be important to us. You know what I'm saying? Just a little review and stuff, and maybe a little bit of, if you can't go to sleep or whatever, you know what I'm saying, sip your tea and shit, come check me out.
Hey, Russ, shout out to your channel. Shout out your channel, Rush.
Oh,
Yeah,
oh,
yeah.
I don't
This
have
is
a
Rush,
channel.
man. Yeah,
I
this
don't
is Rush,
have.
man. This called the Yami channel. Sucker free.
I don't got a channel, but yo, for all y'all that's listening, I mean, seek wisdom, practice humility, and remain sucker free. You heard?
And no more damn quitting.
Uh-huh.
Forget about the topic.
And so if you don't do it, then you're gonna be up in hell.
Nah, I ain't say none of that. Come on, guys. Come on, let's relax.
Yeah, you
You're
did.
gonna
Yeah,
be
yeah,
up in hell
we gonna
cracking
record
crowd
Let's relax.
legs.
Let's not look like that,
We're
guys.
gonna
Come
have
on.
this on review.
Oh
Listen,
man, I'm
wait,
looking
and Rush say
forward.
it.
I'm looking forward to going to hell though, cracking crab legs and eating barbecue.
Man, shoot, I'm gonna just blow myself up and get my 50 virgins. Shit, I don't know what he went.
Y'all tripping, bro. All right, we out. Peace.
Peace.
Peace.